Oh, we got some people in here. Nice.
Yes, we do. We are live. Welcome to the Hannibal is Hungry YouTube channel. We're here with our DoorDash expert.
No.
The man with 8,000 subscribers.
Thank you.
DoorDash, Santiago. Welcome back to the channel, sir. How are you doing?
I'm great, man. Thanks for having me again, Hannibal. One of the highlights of my week for sure.
Yes.
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing great myself. Yeah, this is the highlight of the day. Like I had a pretty decent day. Like it was kind of quiet. Like took a nap and did some dog walking and stuff like that. But this is definitely the highlight of the day where we get to talk about some stuff. And I know everyone still wants to talk about DoorDash. And
always,
there's always something going on. So first of all, I do want to talk to you about your show. So I don't know if you got. I think everyone that's in this room probably watch your Sunday Gig Life call-in show. It's amazing.
Thank you.
And even you talking to other people, I learned a lot about what people are worried about and what their concerns are. And when you're talking to people on the street, that's when you get the most of the real of what's going on. But I want to give your opinion. What have you learned since you've been talking to so many people? And now it's like a legit radio show. It's like 3-hour show. So tell me what have you learned about what people are worried about? Like what's keeping them up at night? That kind of thing.
I think what I've learned is I'm very like a lot of people. I think I get like I only think what's my reality is my bubble of my market, right? And I feel like most markets are like mine, the good, the bad, whatever. And I've learned that there's so many different types of dashers based on what their market shows them, right? Or whether it's the size of the market, what their demographic is for customer, how many restaurants they got, how long they do it, part-time, full-time. There's a lot of different types of dashers. There's just so many different types of markets and dashers. So I've really learned that because I just think it's just me out there sometimes, and it's obviously not. So I've definitely learned there's just a lot more to DoorDash than just St. Louis. So
yeah, definitely. And before we go more into it, I just want to say hi everybody in the chat. I see Roy, I see Kim, Side Money Plans, Adam is in there, KC. What's up, everybody? Daniel, don't worry about it. I was late too, so you don't have to worry about being late. Putting this together real quick. I think that's the interesting thing about this gig economy, the gig industry, that is not everyone is doing it full time. Not everyone is in a full city or in a major city. And the interesting thing, you made this video, I think it came out today or maybe yesterday, about challenges and getting and picking up a lot of orders or collect every order. I was wondering how that came about in that terms of make that video of kind of, are you not into challenges yourself, or you think it's is it a negative thing when other people do challenges? Like, tell me how you feeling. What
Great question. You put me right on the spot, and I'm not even gonna waver, bro. All right, so I've seen other people do the challenges, and I think that I think there's other content creators that do these kind of challenges, and I think they're funny, they're entertaining. I understand the point of them because you typically get a lot of views. If you look at a lot of people's channels, their top 3 videos are accept every order challenge a lot of the times. And I think people just like it because it's fun entertainment, and that is true. And we got to be able to. We can't just do ride-alongs like I do and just rant and rave and give tips. Like that gets old, so you got to mix it up. So I respect the channels that do it for that reason. But like at this point, it's silly to me because we already know. Everybody knows that's watching YouTube, right? Most people, they know that DoorDash gives you trash offers. So to watch somebody take $2, $3, $4 orders going 10 miles is like, it's been done a lot. So I just don't see the point of it. So I just wanted to make a little funny I got you. Like, you think Pedro's going to do that? No way. I'm never going to do it. I'm never going to enable customers and deliver that just so I can get an extra 1,000 views on a video. It's not going to do it. So that's why I did it.
I think someone put in the comments, or maybe you may have said it, but I think someone put in the comments that you're not out here to play games. You're not out here.
No, I'm trying to make money.
Yeah, you're trying to make money.
Yeah.
And I think maybe because I did initially, you're right. Everyone you see that has a has a channel, they did the every order challenge, but it seemed like it happened maybe like a year ago, or maybe like 6 months ago, or 11 months ago, where probably the orders weren't as bad as they are now, to a point where, you fending off $3 offers, maybe 10 in a row, where I think it's all entertainment. It can't be anything other than that, right? There's no way that, getting 70% of completion percentage or acceptance is going to make you more money. I think that's been done, especially the people who have did the challenge.
Yeah.
There's no gold behind the rainbow. Right? I mean, it's just, you're just, and that's the interesting thing about these companies. DoorDash, ideally, Tony Hsu would ideally like all of us to take these offers.
Absolutely.
Isn't that kind of scary though? Like, isn't that kind of like?
It is. It is. It's definitely scary, but obviously they want that because they're going to have more satisfied customers. Number one. Number two, the merchants will probably make more money as well because all the orders are getting picked up. They don't have to eat some of that cost if they do, and it would be better. But the people that would suffer would be us. Literally, because we would make considerably less money. Now, if I did every order challenge, not every order is going to be $3. I might have many times you have 3 4s in a row that are good, right? And you take them. That happens. But like in my market, like, I might have an hour where, I make $25, $30. The next hour I might make $9 or $10. Like, that's just not. At that point, if I'm making $10 on 3 orders, let's say, I'm only profiting probably, depending on the miles, maybe $3. So that's really bad, right? Yeah. So I'm not out here to I like to do entertaining videos, and I try to mix it up because I don't want to just do the same video all the time. But at the same time, I just want to I'm trying to figure out ways to do different challenges or different entertaining kind of things because that's been done 100 times. So I don't know. And, I'm still trying to rack my brain. Like, what's the next thing I can do to be entertaining, but also maybe give some tips or just be as real as I can. And it's a struggle sometimes. But I'm not going to do that kind of stuff. I can't.
I feel you. John, the super sad. Let's support Hannibal channel. Appreciate that, John. You're awesome. Sir. If you guys check out the conversation I had with John McCallion last week, I learned a lot. It was really, really basically informative, entertaining. He's a great guy. So check out that video and check out his book. I would send the link if someone could find it. I'll put it in before we end. Check out his book. Really good. You could really learn a lot, especially right now when we're dealing with so much things going on. But yeah, man, it's about making money, and entertainment is entertainment. And I am probably biased of Nugs because I think when Nugs did that Top Dasher thing with the clown outfit, I thought it was the funniest thing possible. I mean, he looked ridiculous. But that's entertainment.
Different. Yes,
that's entertainment, and YouTube pays him, right? So that's the same as anyone else. And I guess if we're gonna do that, I guess it should be a nice disclaimer. I am doing this for entertainment reasons. But like you said, eventually it does get a little stale. So I definitely, and I understand what you're saying about that. So before we continue, I do want to bring up this article to Pedro. He doesn't know about it. I just saw it today. And I know, St. Louis represent, but he's originally Chicago, Chi-Town.
Yep, so I was born and raised. He has a lot of thoughts about hot dogs and meat. So we're not gonna get into that, but we're gonna get into this article real quick. Ketchup does not go on hot dogs. We'll just end it right there.
We could end it here, buddy. We're trying to be friends here. Yes, let me show you. Let me find this real quick. Find a tab. So yeah, and this is more of the same though. It seems like this is where we are right now. Chicago sues DoorDash, Grubhub for allegedly deceiving customers. So the key points here is the city of Chicago filed 2 sweeping lawsuits against DoorDash and Grubhub for allegedly deceiving customers and using unfair business practices. The suit echoes longstanding claims from restaurants on the platforms. The DoorDash complaint also alleges deceptive tipping practices previously charged and settled by DC Attorney General. So it's I don't know how many lawsuits throughout the country that DoorDash and Grubhub and Uber Eats or even Uber. I don't know. It's funny that Uber Eats is not in this lawsuit. It's DoorDash and Grubhub, which I find very interesting.
Yeah, I wonder why. Maybe they're in other ones and they just declined to not be in that one, or maybe they. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that news story. I haven't read it like you said, but
Yeah.
you know, when the restaurants had legislation passed where the restaurants couldn't be charged like a certain high percentage, right? And then certain cities, mine included, they capped the fee that DoorDash and these other places could charge, and they capped it at like 15% or something. All DoorDash did was, okay, you're gonna say I can only charge this amount. All right, I'll just put a St. Louis regulatory fee of $1, and they charge the customer that. So they just, instead of making the restaurants pay more percentage per order, they just shoved that cost so that it wouldn't affect the bottom line to the customer. And that's what these big companies do, man. That's it's great that we live in a capitalistic country and we can all make our way and like free market, and that's okay. But like at the end of the day, there's a lot of greed, man. And when you get so big, it's like sometimes with us, like we make our first $100 and it's like, ooh, I want more. I want to make 200. Now that's a way smaller scale, but like the big companies, they got their shareholders they gotta make happy, and they want to grow. And I think DoorDash in the next 2 years will be bought by somebody. That's my opinion. And I think they got to make their books look as good as possible. And this is I'm not surprised by this. So
you know what, you could be right, because stranger things has happened. So I'm reading a little bit about this. It is interesting. So they said the suit echoes long-standing claims from restaurant owners that the platforms advertise delivery services for their business without their consent. That's what DoorDash and Grubhub do, especially Grubhub. In my experience, it happens all the time on Grubhub. DoorDash, I don't really use too much the card unless it's at Walgreens. I don't really do a lot of red card orders when I do Dash. But they advertise business services without the consent, and it says conceal lower prices than the restaurants offer directly to customers outside of the platforms. How is that even possible? They conceal lower prices?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They said the city also claims both platforms use a bait and switch method to attract customers with low delivery fees, only to charge additional ones when they're about to place the order.
Yes. Or they can say free delivery, but then they can just say service charge and call it something else. You know what I mean? Like it's service fee to run the app, all that stuff.
Crazy. And then in separate statements, both DoorDash and Grubhub call the lawsuits baseless.
Of course they did.
I just feel like, I guess 2 points I have. One, can these companies make money without doing these type of things? It don't seem like they can. Like it seems like there's an issue with just making a profit. And then second, is it going to take the government to regulate these companies? I'm not a big government regulator type of person. I guess that's not but I don't know. What's your opinion? Do you think government just needs to come in and kind of clean this up?
I've heard that before from other people in comments and stuff. And I don't know. I'm not educated enough to have a really, I don't know. I think there could be good in that, because maybe if that happens, maybe maybe the base pay would be better, but other things might be better. Right. But I think that too much government control can be a bad thing. I think we've seen that in other areas of whatever, right?
Yeah.
But it's real simple. I just think they need to be more transparent with the customer, and I think it starts with that. I don't think that I don't think we need regulation in that way. I think when I think of something like that, I feel like then we're going to be like an employee in some way. I don't think we want that. I think we all want to just be free and be able to accept offers. I don't know. I worry that this kind of business isn't sustainable the way it's currently being ran. And that's why I stress, man, you got to figure out what's your next move. I think it's good to do this work for a period of time to get to where you want to be, but I mean, the regulatory stuff, I don't know. I don't think that would work, but that's my,
Yeah, it's a complicated situation, because it looks like what's happening is these companies are going out the way to push as much as they can, right? Kind of like the child that just keeps messing up, not messing up, but they want to know where the line is.
Yeah.
And they're going to keep pushing that line.
Yeah.
Instead of just saying, hey, before you get the butt whooping, and I'm not advocating whipping, but you know what I mean? Like before this happens, the end result where you get in trouble, how about you just act right?
Yeah.
But the child is like, no, I'm like, nah, that's not fun. These companies, nah, I'm not going to make as much money. So I'm just keep pushing and pushing to a point where it seems like every city finding ways to sue them for certain things when they are going to act right on their own and not wait until regulations like the 15% cap with the restaurants, where I think it's going to happen in New York eventually too.
Yeah.
And and DoorDash can send emails to me, to Dashers saying email, contact your representatives because they're taking money out of your pocket. Where really? I think my base wage went down, so it's like you took money out of my pocket.
Yeah.
Are you blaming the government regulators?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
It's silly, and I think this is my theory. DoorDash is making money, so they're making money. Okay, but the issue is when you look at if you're running a P&L, I'm running a restaurant like I did, right? And let's say I'm doing $65,000 in sales a week. Okay, and I got my food costs and labor combined are 60%. And then I got my rent and other things, my non-controllables. At the end of the day, I've got about 25% left of profitability, which in a restaurant is high. Okay. But we'll say 25%.
Yeah.
If as a restaurant owner or a franchise group, I decide to take that 25% of profitability and invest it in growth to open up a new restaurant or whatever else, and I push that money to investing to build my brand, but I don't put it in the bank. I don't show it as cash. I can tell people I'm not making money, but it's because I'm growing. It's because I'm putting that money that I profited somewhere else. And they're doing that, trying to get into Japan and other areas, trying to get into other food. So they're making money. They're just not, they don't have the cash because they're taking that money and investing it into their brand to grow it. So I think that it's a real shady way that they go about reporting their actual earnings because they're shifting the money they made before it hits the bottom line. And I've ran P&Ls for not as bigger companies as DoorDash, but I did work at a casino and I was privy to the P&L of the entire casino. And I could look at each department and I could look at the whole thing. And you can manipulate P&Ls. These companies have finance wizards to push the numbers wherever they want on that line before it hits the EBITDA and the bottom line, right? So they are making money. I believe that in my heart. And they're just growing too fast and making all that profits and putting it into the growing, which isn't a bad thing, but they're lying to people saying they're not making profits. It's baloney. They just hit 2 billion deliveries and you're telling me you haven't made $1? Get out of here with that. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's nonsense.
I definitely understand I guess they're following the Amazon model. A lot of people complain about Amazon. They don't pay their fair share of taxes, but they're spending so much money on, like I said, growth because that's tax. You can you can write that off. You don't have to work, because the way our system is built, as long as you're trying to generate business or you're trying to generate business, they're going to give you a break compared to if you're just working. Where we all kind of suffer a little bit.
Absolutely.
But what you guys think, chat? Like, what you guys think? Like, should we have more government regulations? I know there's a few in the chat that kind of said that. And I guess just because you want more government regulation doesn't necessarily mean you want to be an employee. But it gets close, though. it
can. Close. I think it can. Yeah. I mean, especially the situation that's happening with the Prop 22 thing where one judge trying to reverse it. It's going to still take a long time for Supreme Court to really ratify if they want to kind of go back as being an employees. But I don't think I ever asked you this. Prop 22, would you like that in your market? You know what? I don't know as much about Prop 22 as I should. And I was just about to ask you, like, what do you know about it? Are you up to date on that? Because I see headlines and I see people talking about it, but I haven't done my own research. From what I understand, and tell me if I'm wrong or if I'm missing something. Originally, it was like Prop 22 and people that were for it thought maybe they'd be able to get like insurance benefit, like having some kind of like benefits and things, and that was kind of like the big reason for it. I know that from what I understand, hearing from subscribers or people that watch the channels, people that work out in Cali that have it, they say they get a guaranteed minimum, and at the end of the week, sometimes they'll get an extra couple $100, and that's nice. That's about all I know. So I don't know if I'd. Yeah, I probably would not want it in my market because I'm making what I need to make. Honestly, I gotta cipher through some trash, but I'm making what I need, and I don't need a benefit, insurance benefit. So, that, without knowing everything, that's where I would stand right now.
Well, they definitely provide a little bit more, I guess, a little bit more sustainability for the drivers that are in California. But let me see exactly where we're gonna read exactly what it has.
Yeah, John says he loves
it. He's out there. He's out there in LA. Yeah. So let's see right here. So maybe I can actually share. I'll go on Wikipedia. We this is how we do it. We're gonna go to Wikipedia and see exactly how this is. I haven't heard anyone who does not like Prop 22.
Interesting.
Right? Yeah, I don't know anyone that said, that
if that's the case, why who's stopping it from happening to people? Because people have to vote on this, right? Why is
the people in California already voted for it?
They did,
but they voted for it. I guess the issue is
who's against it?
Things changed or didn't change, because basically the idea was Uber, DoorDash, grubhub, these people actually wanted that. They pushed for this. They didn't want the AB5 because AB5 basically made all independent contractors into employees. Uber basically said, "Hey, if this happens, we're going to leave California. We can't afford to hire everyone." Right? So Prop 22 was basically for, in my opinion, for rideshare. Because rideshare drivers, although they're independent contractors, but when you're a rideshare driver for Uber and that's your thing, that's it. Like you have a true business. You spent thousands and thousands of dollars on this car. Yeah, you could do other things, but that's your business. You're a rideshare driver. So I feel like that kind of. But then the problem with AB5, it basically everyone that was an independent contractor, even if you was like a hairdresser or a writer, you got swept up in this thing where they wanted you to be an employee. So it kind of. Going back to what you were saying about government intervention, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They have good intentions, but if you don't fully map out everything that you're doing, you bring unintended consequences. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's it. But I can't figure out how to share this stupid thing. Give me a second here. Just to read the Prop 22, some of the benefits.
Yeah.
So instead of giving, it says we're gonna. So you get health insurance stipend. You get 120% of the local minimum wage for each driver, for each hour a driver spends
that
driving.
Says 8 million votes yes and 7 million no. Is that right?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
About 9. Yeah, about 9. Yeah, they 9, but almost 10, and basically 7.
Okay, 10 and 7. Okay, yeah.
Requires companies to pay medical costs and some lost income for drivers getting hurt driving or waiting. Prohibits workplace discrimination. So you basically get a little bit extra money in your and everyone that I've seen.
Great. I mean, if you're making extra money, I mean that's if it came to St. Louis, I'd have to do research. I wouldn't just vote to vote. Yes, I'd have to look into it. But if it's like, okay, you're gonna make an extra $150 a week to do the same kind of work, I would probably sign up for that.
And I think, California, their GDP is as much as countries. Like just that one state has enough money, or they have so much resources and wealth. Well, it's starting to deteriorate a little bit.
Well, but California's brand, isn't it? A lot of people that live there hate it. That's what I'm saying.
It's the same thing in New York City. Yeah, New York City. Like New York has tons and tons of money. We generate a lot of money, but people can't wait to leave. People are running out of the state for many reasons. I think even similar to California. Crime is getting high. It's becoming too expensive to live there. The governors who run the place aren't all that great.
Chicago's the same way.
Yeah.
Chicago's like the government in Chicago is like it's really bad. Like it's crooks and like mayors, and it's bad. Bad
John
history of that.
is doing it. So yeah, like you get paid more money for the same amount of work because
Yeah,
they come in and hook you up with a few dollars. So like we all about trying to make money. If it came to me, well, I'm gonna say no to free, money.
Yeah.
But I guess the issue is, do we want to become more of an employee? Because the more commitment you have to put for the company, the more you become an employee. And
yeah, are there like prerequisites to make that? Like you have to work a certain amount of hours, you have to drive so many miles, you have to take so many orders. If that's the case, my vote is no. If I have to do a certain amount of things in order to get the extra amount of money, I'm probably saying no, because I value my time and my freedom, and I got other things going on. So I might be, I'm just saying this, and this isn't against Prop 22, right? Because I don't know everything, like I said. I might be one of those 7 million people that, okay, yeah, if you're telling me I got to work 50 hours, I got to do this, no, then I'm not going to sign up for that.
I don't think that, I think it's for the work you do. So if you had your regular shift, you don't do anything extra, you just do your shift and you got your goals and you just set them, that they will supplement you. So like, someone said zero cap. The idea that you had a bad day where you were out there and you were grinding, you were honestly out there working.
Yeah.
And you got like a terrible payout. So you're just getting destroyed out there. Pop 22 will hook you up with the money because you were out there and the miles were shown and you actually did, you worked. That's the helpful part.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I could do an every order challenge video, get 50,000 views, and still make money. Then I guess I'm gonna do it.
I mean, all right, you know what? But all right. So what happened if? All right. So Pedro, what happened if you get to 20,000? You know what? I'm not even gonna go. Yeah, go 20,000 subscribers.
Okay.
You wouldn't do a every order challenge?
No. Why?
All right.
I mean, I'm probably gonna be at 10K in October. In about a month, I should be at 10,000, and that's gonna be. I'm gonna do a big thing on my channel for that because that is like extremely humbling, and I'm honored. Like you have no idea. 20,000, that'll be very hard, but it is what it is. But I'm not gonna make. The channel's gonna evolve how it evolves, but I'm not gonna I'm just not gonna do it. No, I think for me it will be forced, and I don't want to make videos that are forced just to get views. I mean, if I don't get a view on a video, I don't get a view, and I look at it like, okay, maybe the content wasn't great, and I'll go back to the drawing board. But I'm not gonna do a video just to get views. I don't know. I know that sounds really stupid, but that's just not. It's not me right now. So.
Dash your grandpa had an interesting comment. Let me show it up real quick. Kind of seems the California. Follow and subscribe to Dash your grandpa. Check out his channel.
Dash your grandpa's legit, man.
Yeah. I like checking that stuff. Check out his channel, guys. Kind of seems the California government want people to get paid more because the more you make, the more taxes you bring. See, that's just that wisdom that just comes out. You know what I mean? Like always someone that comes with like another level. Of course, right? That kind of makes sense. You want people because. To pay for everything, all the services that's happening in California. California is a huge, huge state. You got to come somewhere. Same thing was going to happen in New York. They increase in property taxes here. Yeah.
Well, that's why gas and cigarettes and all the taxes are more in the big cities.
Because you got to pay for all this crap. And you're not even helping take care of the crap, but you still have to pay more money in taxes.
It's crazy. There are times I'll be, I live really close to Illinois, actually, right? So we have St. Louis, I can be in Illinois in 10 minutes, right? Go right across the bridge, boom. Gas over there is 50 cents more than it is over here. And it's like, it's just, but when you have big cities like that, you have more Medicaid, more state-funded programs, typically, so you have to have more taxes so that those programs can be ran. I understand that. Yeah. But it's just weird how gas and cigarette taxes are so much different from city to city,
Yeah, and just going back to the way DoorDash and Grubhub and how they run their business and the idea that, the regulation, okay, 15%, is that good enough, or that's sustainable enough where DoorDash makes money, the restaurant makes money, and the delivery driver makes money? Is it 20%? Doesn't matter, like you said, to different areas. So one state maybe should be a little higher or lower. Who gets to decide that? Should it be the company themselves? Should it be the government? I guess we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. I think it's all, to me, I think that as a third-party platform and a restaurant, right, you want to come in to contract and business together. That should be negotiable between that corporation or that small business owner and Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats. You negotiate that percentage, and that's between those two parties. And if one party can negotiate 10%, because they say, hey, I'm going to bring you DoorDash a lot of money because it's a big platform and whatever, good for them. If another one has to pay 30, whatever. You sign a contract for 1 year, 5 years, 3 years, and at the end of that, you do it again. It shouldn't be like, it should just be between DoorDash and that merchant, and they decide amongst themselves. And if they can't come to an agreement, then the merchant isn't on the platform. That's my opinion. But I think there's too many places on the platform already. I think customers have too many options. I almost feel like it should be old school. Like, hey, get some pizza and some Chinese. Let's call it a day. Like, because those
are the old school. There's no issues with those, right? Like, that's original delivery. Original delivery was a pizza, and I mean that's the best. That's the food that when you get it from the restaurant to your house, it's decent if they get there fast enough compared to the burgers and stuff like that. Because unless you don't get that burger and drive to that person's house, it don't taste the same. Like, I don't order. What do you order when you get stuff to your house, or you do
pizza?
Pick up?
I get usually pizza. Tacos hold usually pretty okay.
That's
tacos. That's usually about what
the heat gets to stay in there.
Chinese food. I've done Chinese. You can get rice. Some kind of fried rice, and you could microwave that if you need to. Like, it holds well.
Yeah.
I think the fact that I've gotten offers 25 miles for Dairy Queen, I'm gonna deliver a couple blizzards. Come on, man. Like, I understand I gotta have a cold box to put it in, but that's just the enabling is not. Our convenience in this country is great, but when things become too good, like, it can turn into a bad thing sometimes. And the fact that, like, we can order just anything, it's just making us lazy and, like, entitled. And it goes into a bigger picture of psychology and everything else. But, like,
but that's how we make our money. That's how we make our money.
That is how we make our money. You're right.
God, deliver that one piece of candy or that.
I've done it for $8, Hannibal.
All right. So,
a piece of candy for $8.
All right. So, Pedro, let's get real deep here. Let's get real into psychology here. So, when you get an order to deliver a piece of candy, are you thinking to yourself, why am I doing this?
Yes.
I should be doing something way more important. I'm more important than this. Why? And then why am I, like I said, enabling this person to order a piece of candy where they should have just gone out and got their own candy?
Like, I think, like, I'll do it because, like, if the miles to money's right, I'll do it. But while I'm doing it, I'm thinking to myself, wow, what's really going on? And then I tend to, like, go on, like, a mental, like, in my brain, like, what am I really doing here? I'm delivering airheads for $8. Like, what's happening? And then I just get into my feelings a little bit, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just do this and shut up, right? But, like, and sometimes maybe you need it. Like my girlfriend, right? Maybe she's had a long day with the baby and she just wants some candy to make her feel good. So I try to also rationalize, like, who am I to say who can't order what they want, right? Like, It is what it is, right? We live in a free country. That's fine. But it's like, sometimes that customer that wants that, they don't understand, like, should I expect a $5 tip for delivering a candy bar? Probably not. But some people will do it and some won't. But the fact that it's even an option, it floods the system, I think, in a bad way. And I think those kind of orders, I don't think the system is made for that. I don't think it should be for that.
Usually they don't. I know for Instacart, I'm sure it's probably for others where you have to order a certain amount of stuff, or you got to pay a surge charge of doing that. We got some funny ones here. So John, he delivered a small bottle of orange juice. Hey, I love orange juice. I'm pro orange juice, but I
love orange
I wouldn't get a delivery. I'll go get it to the store.
That's gonna cost like $15.
Look at this one. Mr. Flex in the building. He delivered 4 sauces from. Is the sauces that good for Pizza Hut? I haven't had Pizza Hut in a few years. Is it worth for me to tell someone to?
Well, hold on. We gotta take that with a grain of salt. Mr. Flex has delivered every kind of thing
for everybody.
I mean, yeah, Mr. Flex is out there grinding.
He's a transporter, man.
Mm-hmm. He is. Yeah.
Yeah, the last Saint, he delivered a bottle of water for $6. Flour loaders delivered celery and ranch for celery and ranch. Yeah. So this is what we do, guys. This is our lives.
We just talk. Yeah.
Gig Life's in the building. Check out his channel. Those kind of orders or DoorDash are head to GoPuff. Yeah, GoPuff, and Gorillas and those type of places. You're gonna get those because a lot of them are you supposed to get it in. I know Gorillas, they did it in 10 minutes. It's super centralized for dense neighborhoods.
How many miles do you think that is? Like 3 miles or less? They're all on bikes, right? What do you think?
Yeah, they're on electric bikes and they're on electric scooters. So I'm assuming probably for 10 minutes, 3 miles max, because you're in Brooklyn. I know Williamsburg traffic is crazy, but if you're on a scooter,
you can just go through.
You're going faster than the cars. That's how dense. There's too many people in this city, man.
Do you think there's a lot of orders for those guys? Do you think they can make good money for a few hours of work? Or
I asked one Gorillas employee because it's a W-2 job too. It's not independent contractor.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think maybe that's the reason why DoorDash decided not to invest. They was like, wait, you give them benefits and you got guaranteed pay. Nah, we out. Man, that's a terrible business model. Now we out. Yeah, he didn't seem to like, usually you ask someone how's the job and they either enthusiastic about it or they're really, he's like, hell no. He was kind of meh. It's like, it's a job.
I bet the turnover is extremely high.
I would assume so. Even if they are, it's a W-2, but I'm assuming you do it for a while. You you do it, make some money, or you're in a bad spot. But it takes a lot of effort. Even just do this full time, right? Yeah. DoorDash. It's a certain kind of person because your days are not. You should be able to schedule your days out, obviously, but your income is not scheduled, right? Some days you can do really well, and then how are you going to handle that? What happens if you had a bad day? Out there in the street, out there grinding, and you come home, and your wife is there. You have to leave that at the door. You know what I mean? And I'll bring that.
Are you speaking from experience, Hannibal?
It's funny. When I used to do it, like last summer, I love the night shift, so I would do like 8, and I'll stay out there to like 1, 2 o'clock. Everyone is sleeping. So even if I had like a bad night, at least I'm not like bringing my energy to anyone.
Yeah.
But I guess she's in the house, so she's gonna hear this. When she has her W-2 nice job and she has a bad day, first of all, she doesn't have to wait till she gets home. She's texting me about how bad her day is, and I have to sit there and just look at the text and respond like it's okay, honey. Actually, I don't say that. I just say it is what it is. Like, what else you gonna do? Like, we gotta do what you gotta do.
I mean, that's I think part of being. I was a husband once. Okay, I'm not a husband anymore. But part of that role, and I didn't do it good enough, I guess, is you gotta just listen.
Yeah.
Right, and you gotta take it and understand.
And
all that stuff.
Don't come with the solutions. They don't want to hear that.
No.
You start trying to answer their question. Answer, they're gonna just look at you like you have 3 heads.
See, that's my problem. I'm a solutions guy. I'm a problem solver. I want to fix stuff, and situationally that can be good, but in relationships that's bad. And I learned that the hard way.
Someone told me a really good advice. It's like when his wife comes to him with a situation or that she want to talk, he will ask first, which is probably not the most like romantic or like humane way, but he'll say, "Is this something you want me to help you answer, or you just want to vent?"
That's smart.
Like he just puts it out there, and, and I guess they seem to do pretty well. Oh yeah, definitely. Shout out to UDM. Hopefully he's getting a little better. That. Yeah, I forgot to. yeah, it seemed like things he's not feeling as better. It's not feeling as good as we hoped. But he got this. He left the hospital, right?
Yeah, that's what I understand. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he went last night based on what his post said. But
yeah, obviously thoughts and prayers. Reach out if you can. Hopefully he kind of, COVID. Yeah, COVID. It's weird, man. How like some certain people it bounces off, and then certain people it's like I know my cousin he had to go to the hospital last year. My aunt had to go to the hospital last year, but like certain people, nothing. My younger
weird,
brother,
man,
nothing.
yeah.
He's nothing. He's just walking around like everything's all right. So
yeah,
definitely praise out to him, man, because we definitely need him, man. We definitely need him around.
that's for sure.
I have another story to tell. But anyway, actually, let's see. I want to see if there's any more comments I want to put out here. It's a funny comment from John. I feel like I was legit risking my life delivering those Popeye chicken sandwiches back in the day. I did not do a lot of deliveries during that time of the chicken. Were you there? Were you delivering Popeye chicken sandwiches to people?
Me?
Yeah, I think we were
during COVID.
Yeah.
Yes, because I got furloughed from the casino, so I was off for 2 months. So I didn't take any time off. I didn't do unemployment. I was like, nah, I'm just gonna work because I was doing, I did before, and I was put the mask on, all that. I was delivering food, making good money.
Yeah.
I think I've only done like maybe 4 Popeyes orders in my whole life.
Really?
Oh yeah, man, I stay away.
Well, you knew it was up early on. Like true.
Yeah, and I don't do a lot of those, but I've definitely had some deliveries in some rough areas though. I've never felt scared or like doing deliveries, but I've definitely delivered to some questionable areas. Project kind of like some people would say the ghetto, but I don't call it that. I mean, I don't mind being in those areas. I really don't. I think it doesn't bother me. It just doesn't. I'd almost rather deliver to somebody like that than have to go into some big gated community because that takes more time. If I go somewhere in the hood, I drop it off. I'm good. I wash my back, drop it off. Hey, have a good night. Boom, and I'm done. I don't worry about it, but
I wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, and that's probably the best attitude. Like as someone who is from the ghetto, like myself, I know I don't sound that way, but you don't worry about it because the first thing is if you look like you're out of place, you're gonna look out of place.
100%.
Don't look like you're out of place. Kind of just walk around like a normal person. Yeah. And the advantages of delivering the projects, at least in the projects that I'm there, the front door is always open. They always prop the doors open. So like they'll say, well, go to 10th floor. And you think, well, I got to ring the bell. They got to ring up. I would say 95%, and this is a safety issue in those buildings.
Yeah.
The front door will be open. So like you're doing a contactless delivery. Fantastic. Doors already open. Just pop it into the elevator and go do my thing. And also some of the people are very helpful. Because the complex has got 1,000 buildings. Just ask, hey, you know what 324? And they'll be like, oh, it's over there. I'm like, oh, thank you.
I think that if you're a bad person and you've done people wrong or you hang with the bad crowd, that's where most of the time you're gonna run into issues. If I don't know. I grew up in a spot where we had it was bad.
Yeah, I mean, come right here.
We had this guy in Chicago. His name was Pimp. I don't know if he was a pimp or not. And people would give him $1 and he would dance for you. He'd do a little dance on the street. I'd see streetwalkers and drug dealers. And like, I grew up around that stuff. So for me, like, I don't worry about that because, I can't control everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if I'm taking an order, I'm not going to the projects at 2 a.m. But, and projects is a strong word, but a bad area. If it's 3 p.m., I'm not sweating it. I'm just not. I just don't worry about it.
They're regular people, regular people. And that's a good idea from Gig Life. Yeah, just don't look like it. Like, don't look so out of place. Just don't look like like you're looking for the building, but just be real cool. Majority of the time, you'll be fine. You'll be.
I don't worry about it, and I just don't worry about that. I've been in some crazy situations with rideshare where I felt like, ooh, it's a little late. Driving in the area, it's not great. It's, I don't know this person in the back seat. I wouldn't do rideshare late anymore, only because, I got a new daughter and life has changed a little bit. It's not just about me. I wouldn't do that because you never know. A lot of times you pick people up late. They're coming from a bar. They're drunk already. The emotions run high. Maybe they're with their girlfriend or boyfriend in the back seat. They're arguing. It could go sideways real quick. But as far, I've definitely had more crazy situations with that than delivering. I don't, delivery doesn't bother me.
Gotcha. Oh, Roy, what are you talking about? Roy's safety gear. I didn't watch your latest. Is it funny?
Oh my God. Is there a way you can go to it and let's just watch it right now?
We'll watch it right now. Goddamn.
Let's do it. We're gonna plug Roy's channel real quick.
We're gonna do it right now. Let me see if I can find. It's a Roy's safety gear.
Quick disclaimer, okay? While you're finding
is cursing?
It's his last video came out like an hour ago.
Yeah.
He's being a little funny and sarcastic, I think. He's like playing a joke on the safety. Those are Roy's best videos, by the way. So we got 57 people in here. Everybody goes watch this video.
Yeah, we're gonna play right here. If Roy's cool with it, Roy, you good with that?
Roy don't care. Come on. Nah, Roy's the last person to have an opinion about. Nah, he's fine because Roy's gonna. Yeah.
Let me see. You know what? Let's see if this works right here. Okay.
You should just fast forward like a minute in.
I like his intro.
Oh, he does Celsius.
His intro?
If it's Canada, it's still hot.
Yeah. I love it. I love his. All right, so let's see. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I don't know why I left it on your face like that, Roy. All right, so let's see if you can hear it. Hopefully I can hear it. Let me know. If you can't hear it, let me know.
No, I can't hear it.
Can't hear it?
No.
I'm gonna have to do a full screen just to make sure that it's actually being played. All right, full screen. Let's see. Hopefully it's.
He does look like Santa Claus, John.
Still nothing?
No.
Damn it. All right, hold on. Let me fix it. We'll figure it out. I don't know how to get the sound to work on this thing. Let's see. Shared screen. Damn it, Roy. I can't figure this out. But if I could get the sound to work, I can see.
You could probably go to like the middle of the video and not play sound and see what he's got on his bed and get the gist of it.
Okay, let me see. Let's see.
Try it. Yeah,
okay.
go. Yeah, okay, there you go. So I'm going to give you guys a play-by-play real quick. So Roy is getting ready to put down what every Dasher needs, or every gig economy, what you need before you start working, as he puts it down right now. So he's putting down this vest, of a body armor vest.
What?
So he's saying we all need this. Okay, so basically you got your gun, you got your Tureks. If you get shot, you got a scissors. If you get shot, you got scissors to cut your shirt. You've got probably like pepper spray. You got mace or whatever, same thing. You got a three clip magazine. You got a knife if you need to shank somebody.
Some Schwarzenegger type stuff, like some kind of like
this expendable. Is what he's saying. This is what we need. He's saying in quotation marks. This is what we need to deliver food because the block is hot and the streets are on fire. So, yeah.
That what, Roy? Where do you get this equipment from?
Roy, did I give a good breakdown? Put in the comments. Did I explain it? Or if not, I need you to tell me. So.
Yeah. I gotta watch because he's a funny guy. Check his channel. Roy will be Roy. Check out his channel. He's funny. I don't know. Funny. Would it be fair to call it he's not a gig tuber? Is he an anti-gig tuber?
Ooh, I think he is an anti-gig tuber, yes.
Yeah,
the irony with Roy is he's anti-gig tuber, but technically he's a gig tuber.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Roy's the one guy that's just gonna be like, he'll throw his middle finger up to everybody, and that's fine. We need Roy because it provides balance, so it's good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely that was shit going down. You throw some light.
Yeah, right. Like police. This is where I am. Like, and hopefully everybody understands he's being funny.
Yeah.
He's not saying we need this. You see what I'm saying? Okay.
Yeah.
I want to be very, very sure about that. So,
but you definitely check out his video. Those, you after a few videos, a lot of stuff that he's saying makes sense. Like a lot of stuff he's saying, you'd be like,
look, he's got his gun right there. See,
Roy, where you get all this stuff from? What is some Rainbow Six?
I think Roy was about that life a couple years ago, bro. I think Roy's from the streets, man. Roy ain't playing around.
I wish I can. Yeah, I'm in New York City. It takes so much time and money to get a license to do anything.
Oh, in New York?
It's a pain in the neck, man.
No way.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna check that video right as I finish talking to you, man. I know he's a funny dude.
He is.
Let me bring it back here. There's actually another article. Well, it's kind of the same because we're talking about employees and stuff like that. You're probably not going to agree with this, but this is coming out of Massachusetts, and I think the reason why I do like the gig show with Chad, or his name is GigTube now.
GigTube. Yeah.
So me and GigTube, we talk every day on Sunday, and it's important to kind of know what's going on in other places because this stuff may come to us. Like it may come to you. It may definitely gonna come to me first. It may come to you next.
Yeah.
And so this happened in Massachusetts. Let me share the screen again. Let's see. Let me see if I got the right one. So yeah, I don't like being treated like crap. Gig workers aim to retool a system they say is rigged.
Huh. Massachusetts, you said. Okay.
Yep. Uber, Lyft, and other companies fighting a Massachusetts lawsuit that will grant workers status as employees.
What?
Yeah. It just A lot of people are just really upset with this app, and it's like, I don't like this app. I don't like this company, but I want to work for them.
Man, listen, I'll be the first to complain. Okay, like I'll be the first to complain about how the app should do this or do that. I do not want to be an employee. I think that's the wrong move. I think it is, man. I think it's the wrong move. I really do. But
let me see here. Yeah, so Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Instacart, and a coalition of other gig companies and the business groups in Massachusetts are fighting a lawsuit brought by Massachusetts Attorney General, who is seeking to classify gig workers as employees under Massachusetts law and will end what she calls the company's unfair and exploitive practices. So workers are organizing to take on the companies that expect to work them like employees, but refuse them to give them benefits of that status. So it's more the same. They're complaining about the job, they're complaining about the algorithm, they're complaining about all types of stuff, and they're looking to try to become employees. I just find it very interesting.
I think it is interesting, and I think that there are people that want to maybe do this line of work and be a W-2 because that's what they want to do, and that's okay. I just can't. My mind won't go there because I've been a W-2 for all my life, right? And I think we all have to bet on ourselves and figure out what's your move. Don't rely on a company. Try to figure out your own thing. And I think the employment is shifting like that. And the pandemic helped that. A lot of people are doing their own thing, independent contracting, whether it's gig work or doing it in the arts or YouTube or doing it, starting their own business or whatever, right? And I'm not going to, I think it's coming from somebody that doesn't want to be an employee. I would not go back to that. I never say never because you never know what life can throw at you. But at this point, I don't see that I would need to go back to being an employee and all that kind of stuff. But for some people, I understand maybe that's what they want because it fits their life and what they need right now. So,
yeah, I think the majority of us that's probably, has found this space, we're probably not looking to become employees. But we're only a small space. We're not all of us are, we don't represent the entire community. Like you said, you talk to people in your show, you realize there's just so many different types of people and different kind of motivations or why they do what they do. Yeah. But we can't make everyone happy. And do you want to work at a company like DoorDash to become an employee? Like I there's so many problems.
Yeah.
It's like, why would I want to be a full-time employee of DoorDash? Like, it should be just decent enough where I can make, good money and move on.
I mean, they're
Because
not taking care of us now. They try to barely take care of the customer. You think if we become employees, they're going to take care of us? Get out of here. There's no way. There's no way.
And like another really powerful company like Amazon has full-time employees. They have the Amazon Flex program, but they have full-time employees doing deliveries, and a lot of them, it's just a job. They're not doing anything. They're not necessarily doing worse, but they're not doing better either. Like, it's just another job. Like, you ask an Amazon a delivery driver, this is a job. A lot of them are they're pretty stressed out, considering
you got to clock in, you got to clock out, you got a boss, you got a route. Somebody tells you what to do. No, I'm good, man.
Yeah,
there's value in that. I mean, I did it for 20 years, but like, no, I'm not going to go back to that. Once you get a taste of the independent contractor and the freedom and flexibility, and you can write your own schedule, you can make what you need to make. That's invaluable.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea that we just have all these different categories of people who are how they make your money, right? More options, the better, right? I forgot who posted this picture. I think it was I saw a video from Nugs about it, and I saw a picture from Mushimu about McDonald's or some fast food company.
14 years old,
hiring. They're so desperate for, because no one wants to work these jobs anymore. Trying to hire 14 and 15-year-olds.
McDonald's, I remember 15 with a worker's permit. I remember that being at that age. Oh, you get a worker's permit, McDonald's will hire you. And that was like one of the places you can get a job. But to go down to 14,
I'm assuming they're just desperate. Like, what?
Because other people are doing other jobs, or they're still getting government benefits or whatever, and they're not having to work yet. So they're just not the talent pool, and the amount of applications coming in is so small that they got to go to freshmen now. Like, you be a freshman in high school working at, or eighth grader, and you got a job. Like, nah.
Yeah, it is crazy. It is crazy. Yeah. Let me see if I can find it.
Mushimu right there, I think.
Yeah, Mushimu. Yeah. Support his channel. He's very funny dude that does the ride-alongs.
What does Mushimu? What does it mean? Do you know?
No idea, bro.
I have
maybe like an anime thing. Is
it? I have no idea. He changed it and like a couple months ago or whatever. I have no idea.
I think we still call him public, but yeah, probably something anime related.
Okay.
But not hiring 14 and 15-year-olds. So you have a 14 and 15-year-old kid at home. He's not working. She's not working. They're being annoying. Take it to McDonald's. Get them an application. Get them working. What do you think? Pedro?
No. I think working as a kid's okay. Like, I had a job, but I did there's nothing wrong with that. And you got to understand, some families, depending on the dynamic, the kid has to work to help pay the bills, and I think there's honor in that. I think that's not always a bad thing, but I hope my daughter at 14 doesn't have to work. I hope she doesn't. That's my, you know what I'm saying? Like, she should be doing school, extracurriculars, maybe working, doing volunteer stuff, or maybe she's mowing grass or doing a paper. I don't know, but she shouldn't be working at McDonald's at 14. I hope she doesn't have to. That's my opinion on it.
Well, big difference between have to do something, because if you have to take care of your family, or you want the child to start to learn working, getting a good work ethic, really responsibility, accountability. I know, Nugs, I think you have the same belief that a child should not work at McDonald's or fast food. And I have the complete opposite opinion, because I feel that it's not a great job, no, but it's a job. It's a job, and you have to deal with things. They start to prep the future adult for how the world is to a certain extent. Now, Nugs experience about people doing drugs. Now, if there are a bunch of people just doing drugs and being the terrible people, but like a normal McDonald's with just employees, some don't like to work, some do like to work. You got to deal with crazy customers. You're building some skills. Ideally, at my first job, I wish for my son if they still have them, will be working at a movie theater. Who knows? Who knows? Gonna have a movie theater? Who knows, right?
I think that those are going away.
Yeah, hopefully not. I love going to movies.
Me neither. I love going, but I don't think that's happening. Yeah.
But that's like a good first job. You work with people. You're working with customers. You're seeing new people every day. You're probably gonna deal with the annoying customer boss. I think earlier the better to understand how the real world works, because as kids, some adults, we can become really idealistic and think how things should be, when that's not how they are in real life. So that will be my opinion.
So why not 12? Why not start them at 12? Why 14? Where's the cutoff, you think?
I would say when you're in high school. When do you start high school?
Okay. So 14 is 14's a freshman. So
I like 14, 15, 12. That's like now you're going like child labor type stuff.
But I go to some local restaurants. The kids are working, and they're 10, 11, 12 years old, and they're working, but it's a family business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you're a family, like,
I think that's cool. I think that's different for me, but I don't know.
Definitely, because they're working. They understand how their parents are making money to take care of them.
Yes.
It means more. This is not just if we don't get enough covers tonight, these tables, we don't have to worry about how to pay the bill. So it's in their face.
Yeah.
But just like you said, you want to get to a point where your young girl, young boy does not have to work. So you're not making them work ridiculous hours. Like it's a couple hours a week, just to get a feel on how coming on time. All these little things we kind of take for granted, where kids may not understand. Like this is take this seriously. That's just all of my thoughts on that situation.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I've always thought, coming from the restaurant industry, I think everybody should work in a restaurant, some capacity, bussing a table, dishwashing, cooking, serving, bartending, hosting. You can learn so much because you have to learn the world and how it works, and interacting and communicating with different demographics and different people from different areas.
Yeah.
You have to learn. You can also, you're working with people that are your age, 10 years older, 20 years, 40 years, of all different backgrounds. And you could really learn a lot. Plus, it's not easy work. So you got to learn how to multitask, manage your time, sweat a little bit, feel stressed out, deal with the stress, learn how that feels. Right. So I think McDonald's isn't necessarily a bad thing. I just hope my daughter doesn't have to do it at 14. I hope she's doing other things. But who knows? Things happen, and people, family dynamics can shift and change. And, I think there are things kids can learn just out of school with extracurriculars. And I'm a big sports guy. I think you can learn very similar things being on a sports team or a debate club or some kind of activity, right?
Definitely, yeah.
That you can still get rather than doing work. And you can probably get more out of a sport because maybe it's your passion, you really like it. I don't know. Working at 14 at McDonald's, that just sounds painful to me. Like
it's not the best choice. Yeah. I think a lot of other jobs would probably be more suitable, like working at a pet store. You know what I mean? Like you don't necessarily have to be McDonald's. We got a good comment here. Get yourself a few kids so maybe they can pay the rent. So just have so many kids that you have to worry about paying the rent. I mean, that's like
I'm good.
No, you're not gonna do that. All right.
We might have one more. I think and I'm gonna be 40 in a couple of months. So I'm like starting, this is like a whole nother chapter for me, but I could see us having another kid, another baby. But that'll put me at 3. And that's enough. I'm good. I'm not going
three
past that.
Three is a good number. And
That's
you know what?
Yeah.
There's twins, triplets. You never know how it's going to come out.
Don't put that juju on me.
I don't think you can control that, sir. Like just that's nature. That's biology.
You're right. But don't put that on me.
Yeah, put it right.
If I got twins in a year or two, I'm coming on this channel, and I'm gonna blame you. All right, you're gonna be babysitting, bro.
We're gonna have to do some. We gotta get some more money out here, man. We're gonna have to do some get some more challenges out here. Make that money.
No.
You're gonna
no challenges. No challenges for me.
Yeah, man. I mean, I guess the idea with the whole YouTube thing, right? Like, Roy is like our, anti YouTuber. And since I would watch his video and think, oh man, that thing I want to talk about, maybe that's probably not the best thing to talk. Like, I don't want to be a complaining.
Oh, don't let Roy scare you now. Hold on, we got to do what we got to do.
He's not even scared. He's like dropping some real shit, like some real knowledge, and I'm sitting there like, yeah, you're right. Like, all right, when he dropped the video about we worried about safety and people are driving with their phones in their hands, I'm like,
yeah,
damn, yeah.
He's right. I'm guilty of it more than anybody.
We can't even argue it. You can't even say, argue. Roy, you're right.
I can't argue. But what Roy does really well is, and this is the balance I talked about earlier, right? Is you got to have the other side. We can't all be talking about the same stuff, same perspective. We all agree with each other. Nobody learns that way. We don't grow that way. We got to have somebody that says, you know what, dude, Pedro, listen, dude, you're an idiot. You're driving around you're driving around with a phone in your hand. You're doing this live as you're driving. We have to have people that challenge us to make us think like he makes you think, hold up, do I really need to make that video? Is that really relevant? So Roy has a place as a gig tuber because he is one, regardless of what he thinks.
Yeah, but he don't want. Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
he
may not want to be maybe,
one, but he's still in that community. So
Roy is a gig tuber. All right, Roy, you are whatever you.
Roy, I'm gonna get you a shirt. What's your size? and it's gonna say I'm a gig tuber on it, and I want you to wear that. So, and I will buy you that shirt, but you got to wear it in the video. I think that's fair.
If I think I have a nightmare of like gig tuber. Yeah, because let's be honest, we make videos to get views. Like I don't want to make a video to look at myself to look at it, and that'll be it. Like I'm doing it for views. Now, how you go about 100%. it, there's a balance there. You don't want to do the, and I guess it's hard to kind of make examples because everyone knows everybody. So it's like, what can I put an example? But you could tell, people like challenges. I mean, the numbers don't lie. I tend not to watch challenges a lot unless they're really entertaining. Yeah. And there's a few that can do that. A few are entertaining no matter what they're doing, to be honest. I mean, but going back to Nugs did a challenge where he just delivered. He had a list of restaurants, fast food restaurants, and he tried to deliver to each one.
I've been telling Nugs this for about a month. He's the GOAT of gig entertainment.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is he does different things. He's done other things on his channel that aren't even gig related, right? Yeah. But that's his main channel, right? Mm-hmm. That's 95% of his sub count is gig. They come for that. He's the GOAT because, like, for a lot of reasons, right? If I did the same kind of videos that Nug did, my videos wouldn't be as good. I'm not Nugs. And if he tried to do what I did, maybe his videos wouldn't be as good. So I like that we have different people doing different things. That's why I feel like I don't need to do the challenges because other people are doing it really well. So I'm going to try to do something else because we want to give the people different things. We can't all do the same stuff. That's boring. Yeah, we got to be able to, like do our own little thing a little bit. So, but he's a GOAT of gig entertainment. I don't even think there's anybody that's close. I think there's other people that do, like I said, different things better maybe than him. But I mean, he's got his girlfriend with him. He's funny. Like there isn't anybody that's close to what he does, in my opinion.
I 100% agree. We got a food question from John. So let's put up: does mustard belong on a hamburger?
Okay, hold on. Can I answer this real quick? So before we went on, okay, I had like 5 minutes. My girlfriend's in the shower. The baby's with me. I made myself 2 spicy black bean burgers. I don't eat meat. Mm-hmm. I made a stack. I make like a burger, right? Two patties. And on my burger, I put. This is, you guys give me hell. I don't care. This is what I had, right? So okay. I put a little bit of mayonnaise. I toast my bread. Oh, dude, yeah, I know it's fine. A little bit of mayo, and I put mustard and spinach and cheese. That's how I make my burger. Now, hold up. That's how I make my burger that's black bean. If I'm making a regular burger, it's completely different, but I don't eat meat. But mustard goes on a burger, yes.
And you like mayonnaise, huh?
I do like mayonnaise, yeah.
Now everything makes sense now. You like mayonnaise. You like mayonnaise. You got a lot of nerve talking to me about ketchup, and you like mayonnaise. I know, yeah, I know some people like mayonnaise. I'm not a mayonnaise guy. Not a
Why don't you like
mayonnaise
mayonnaise?
guy.
Is it too European for you, Hannibal?
It's just too much. I don't know how to explain it. It's just too much. I like mayonnaise on tuna. That's about it. I don't think I ever. Yeah, tuna fish.
All
like
tuna has mayonnaise, like or
oh,
tuna sandwich has mayonnaise.
You can make tuna with just mustard. You ever had that before?
You can, yeah. Or ketchup. Do you make tuna with ketchup?
No. If you see my face, you're like no. Okay, this person we may have to kick Colin out of the chat.
I don't know about that, Kyle. That's my dude though. Kyle's a cool guy. He's a good people, but nah, man. No.
We have to ban.
No.
Yeah, it was remember
no miracle with real mayonnaise.
There was a video of a challenge where I think it was a woman who's speed eating mayo. Like she was like gobbling it, and that was like disgusting. That was the most disgusting.
People watch those. Some of the most watched videos are like the mukbang or whatever, or people eating. That's like a thing. Like millions of people watch people just eating food in a really gross way. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever seen. There's like these really popular videos or channels, and they're of the Asian culture. I don't know what the PC term to say, but like they're from Asia. Okay, they're Asian people, and they're eating crazy thing like squids and like eels and like all this. It looks like it's like really still alive, and like it's really crazy. I don't know if you've ever seen it. You should look it up. But millions and millions of people watch people just eating, and they don't even say any words. It's like a big plate of food, and they just eat it in a really kind of gross way. It's really weird.
YouTube has a lot of different kinds of eating. Like, it's a few, I guess, categories. Like the ones I've seen where they're reviewing the food. So like a dude is like reviewing fast food or meals, and he's explaining. I like those every once in a while.
Those are good. I like those too. Yeah.
Then there's one where they're not eating fast, but like you said, they're not talking. They got a camera like really close to them, like a really good camera, and it just the sound of them eat like the nugget thing, like chicken McNuggets. There's a video, really high view video of a dude that's crunching chicken McNuggets. I don't know why. And then, then the super weird one is someone's eating something raw, and they, hey,
it's weird. I don't get it. I mean, we all like different types of entertainment, and there's value in it. And sometimes I think the things that look weird, and you're like, what are they doing? It keeps your interest. And I think a lot of people watch it for that reason, because they're like just so interested in it. Yeah, that's the food.
Exactly.
Or whatever.
Yeah. Big thing. But listen, we gotta change up. We have to, add some more content to our channel. So, Pedro, you may have to go and get your black bean burger, get a mic, don't talk, and just eat it for 15 minutes. I bet you if you did that, would you still get like 3,000 views?
I might eventually, but I'm not doing that, man. No, I'm not gonna do that. Eventually, I think my channel, I'm going to be doing some other kind of things. I will probably start in some kind of sports kind of deal at some point. I'm a big sports nut. I love sports. I like sports trivia, sports history, current topics in sports. I just love talking about sports.
Would you do that? Sports. Would you do that with a separate channel, or you do that on your channel?
No, I think I would sometimes, twice a month, drop a video on my channel. I don't think I'm going to have another channel. I would just, hey, this is what today's topic's about. Get a new audience, but then also I know a lot of people like sports, and just talk about who's your top five in the, for basketball, and like the barbershop talk, and just talk about why I think these are the five guys. I just at some point I'll be doing different kind of stuff. DoorDash, I won't be doing DoorDash forever, so I got to figure out what's the next stuff, like the next move,
Gotcha. All right, since we already said you like mayonnaise, and we're gonna try to rebound from that. That was a bomb that you dropped on us. Pickles, you a pickle guy?
I like them. I don't go out of my way to get them, but They're okay. Like I I don't.
Pickles are not just okay. All right, this may just end right now. Pickles are not just okay. Pickles are like, come on. All right, in the chat.
I mean, they're good, but I don't like go out of my way to get them. I think I have pickles in my fridge. I'm not 100%.
So
I don't eat pickles every day.
On your black bean burger, no, you didn't put a slice of little pickles in there?
I didn't because I was in a rush, but I do like pickles on my burger. If they're on there, I'll eat them. I'm not going to take them off.
Okay.
But I'm not that guy that's going to the corner store getting a hot pickle in the bag. No, I'm not that guy. But,
all right. I don't think I'm that guy either, but I do like pickles.
You know what I'm talking about. Those people that get like yes.
There's something wrong with them, but
No, there isn't. I'm just not that guy. That's all. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not that guy.
All right.
I'm a pizza guy, man. I love pizza. I can eat pizza every day, and I probably eat pizza 5 days out of the week. There's a little spot where I dash. They sell them by the slice, like they do in New York, Yeah. And I go and get one, and I'm in the middle of dashing. I eat a slice real quick. I love pizza. Pizza's my favorite food. That's my go-to.
You know what? I think I'm up there with you. Pizza. Yeah. It's pizza. Any kind of French fries. Carbs, man.
Yes, carbs. Yes.
It's just not. It's not good. Man.
Okay, give me your top 3 fast food French fries right now, and I'll give you mine after you give me yours.
Fast food French fries. It's been a minute, man. Because I don't know. I think when I was delivering so much fast food, I tend to not eat fast food.
Yeah.
All right. Growing up, it was always McDonald's fries. I think a lot of it's because McDonald's was always around. We didn't have I'm jealous of the fast food restaurants the West Coast have. They have like higher tiered stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I never had In-N-Out burgers. I never had forgot the other one that's out there in the West Coast. But
is In-N-Out and Fat Burger?
Like a lot of those other places where they are so successful, but they tried to go. They're like, all right, I want you guys to go to New York. You're like, no, because our distribution system
they can't.
We can't do it. So you know what I mean? That's props to them that even trying to. But I never really had those kind of stuff. But McDonald's always was a solid fry. And again, I'll eat all of them. But McDonald's was better than Burger King and Wendy's. McDonald's the texture was decent. If they put a good amount of salt on them,
yes,
salt is important, and the heat and the salt. Like if they get those things right, perfect. Yes. But then if they don't, you're eating cardboard. And if don't let them out after like 2 hours, half an hour, they're inedible immediately. So another one that I would right now. Somebody put in Checkers fries, seasoned fries, and Popeyes fries. Again, but it depends on where it is.
So Be Rich. Checkers is the same as Rally's. They have the best fries, in my opinion. They're number 1 for me. So Be Rich that's exactly where I'm at. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So and the rest is I don't have the rest of the numbers, but yeah, I think McDonald's fries is pretty good.
They are. I think that's most people. I think they like a hot McDonald's fry. I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. What about you?
Rally's, Checkers is good. I like Five Guys. I think Five Guys fries are really good. They give you a lot of them. Mm-hmm. They're known. They're chained. They give you extra fries. Yeah. And they're in that bag and they're good. Rally's, Checkers, and I like the curly fries from like a Jack in the Box. Those are pretty good. Now I don't eat those that often, but those are the places I like if I'm getting fries. But
and I think delivery has kind of drove me away from fast food a little bit because of how inefficient everything is. Because usually when you go to a fast food restaurant, sometimes you got to deal with, customers being rude, but it's supposed to be a happy experience. It's supposed to be fast, but it's not fast at all. Like, so I know you had like a video where it's like 5 restaurants that just need to not just get off the platform, get kicked out.
You got to go away. Yeah.
And I think weren't all fast food.
The only one that wasn't was Walmart, but yeah, I had Wendy's on there. I had McDonald's on there. I had Wingstop, Walmart, and White Castle. Those are the ones in my market that the wait times are like Wendy's. Right now, if I turn my app on, Wendy's is open. I would get a few orders. I will be at that Wendy's for 45 minutes to an hour.
It doesn't matter where you are in this country. We all deal with this situation with Wendy's and these fast food restaurants, and they needed to really step up their game and figure out how can they know that they're getting a ton of orders now from these apps, and they don't seem like either they're going to try to get a dedicated team to just get those orders done.
They can't staff.
So it's like the system. Like, I think if the fast food restaurants were fast at throwing out their orders, people may take a lower offer if they knew every time I go to McDonald's, I'm gonna get this order. Every time I go to Wendy's, I'm gonna get this order. So like it becomes more of the problem of why either these orders just sit there, and then how long does it take for a driver to say I'm not doing fast food anymore? Maybe a month, 2 months, sometimes in. Like how you only did 3 Popeyes. It took you 2 or 3 orders to say, yeah, I'm not coming back here.
Yeah, it did. And it's, I do fast food. I don't, for me, it's restaurant specific, but there happen to be a lot of fast food. But like I do still go to McDonald's depending on the location. There's a couple in my city I'll go to and a couple that I never go to anymore because I know that each one's ran a little different operationally.
Yeah, they're different owners.
But like I'll do fast food if I know historically I can trust the wait time won't be that bad. If in my market Wendy's was good, I do them all day long. I don't have anything against Wendy's. I just know it's 45 minutes. So that order has to be $30 for me to take it. If it's not $30, I'm not going to do it because I know that it's not going to be profitable to sit there for that long.
And most people don't tip fast food because they order fast food and they usually don't tip. So it's like,
or if it is a tip, it's $2-3 or $4. That's what the app said. So a lot of these fast food ones are going to be between no tip, which is whatever, and then $8 is a high tip on a McDonald's. You're going to get a rare one that's more than that, but most of the time, a high tip on these are $7 to $9, and that's really good. So then you want to wait 30 to 45 minutes for $7? No way.
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't make sense.
A gig driver comedy, if it doesn't pay an hour pay, I won't touch it. I mean, that's probably
it's got to be $30. It got to be $30 for me to even consider Wendy's, and at this point, I still won't. But
Jonah this is a unicorn to me. $18 order, 3 miles at Wendy's, and the order was ready. That's unicorn, right?
That's his unicorn. I had a $17 Wendy's that I filmed the video, 2 miles. But it took me 45 minutes to do it. And that's when I said, I'll never go back. It was on Uber Eats.
Triff flipped, had 20. There's the things about Wendy's, and you all get caught. I mean, I probably got caught once, but then I just stopped. Wendy's will throw out a really nice payout. And sometimes it'd be late at night, and you'd be like, you're waiting for that next decent order, and they'll pop up something like $15. You're like, and it's a bad idea.
A lot of it's base pay, which is fine. Money's money, right? It's okay. But like, you're gonna wait that long? I just can't, man. I just can't do it.
Roy,
oh Lord, eat it hot dog. You know what we would do? I would be willing to do this. We do a hot dog eating contest, right? But I got to eat them all. I got to eat all ketchup. You got to eat all mustard. See, you probably more of a speedier. I'm not. No. I eat for comfort right now. I like to chill and have a nice meal. I'm good.
Yeah. ML Dash, the lobbies are open. They be open. It don't matter. It be open. It could be drive-through and lobby. It's slow. It's employees that do not want to be there, and they don't like us at all. They don't like the customers.
No.
They don't like each other. You know what I mean?
No. I used to like when I used to go to Wendy's sometimes. Like when I was eating burger, I go, Wendy's burger tastes good to me. The chicken McNuggets are tasty. They got like some of the stuff isn't bad. It just takes too long. And for gig work, I think the amount of time an order takes you should be taken into consideration, because if I will take a lesser dollar payout, I'd rather do an $8 payout sometimes than a $12 payout. That's the $12. If it's going to take me an extra 20 minutes to make an extra $4, that's a bad order. If I can knock out the $8 order and be on to my next delivery that I know is going to be more than $4, I'm making more money. So for me, like I don't always look at the dollar amount. I got to look at the merchant. I got to look at the miles. And you got to understand that those $6, $7, $8 orders can add up if you know you can knock them out in 10, 15 minutes.
Definitely.
Versus waiting on a $15 order. If it's going to take you 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, that's a really bad order, I think, sometimes. But
Gotcha. Mark had a question. I'm not sure if there is a war, but what's up with this civil war between top dashers and cherry pickers? Is there a civil war? Pedro, I don't know.
You know, I know Mark. Mark is somebody I see in my comments a lot. Good guy, very supportive. So thanks for being here, Mark. I definitely the last few days I've been jabbing at the top dashers a little bit. I will say that because I know they take a lot of orders, and sometimes you have to be a top dasher based on your market so that you can dash now. So I understand that. A lot of people run their business to where they're at the end or beginning of the month, whatever, the end of the month, they're going to take a little bit more orders so that they can get top dasher status the following month so that they can dash now. I've never had to make that decision because I can always dash now in my market. I just can. I don't have that issue. So for me, I don't have to be a top dasher. And I think that, and some people have even told me that, the top dashers get the better orders and, somebody with a 90% acceptance rate is going to get better orders than you are, Pedro. And I just don't believe that because my market, I can have a 0% percentage and still get a solid order. But top dasher and cherry pick, I would rather cherry pick than top dash. I think there's more money to be made. Plus, for me, it's a pride and enabling thing. I don't want to deliver food to people that don't tip if I can avoid it. I just don't. It's just a principle of mine. So if you're going to be a top dasher, you're going to have a good amount of orders you're delivering to people that are maybe going to be difficult and they're not going to value your time. And I think top dashers sometimes devalue their time a little bit and they're taking $3 and $4 orders. I think that's really bad.
I would like to talk to more top dashers. I think like our community is the most, we're the most inside. It's like inside baseball. We know all the ins and outs of the sport. We know all of I think majority of us are not. Usually you'll see like one person pop out of nowhere in the comments. I'm a top dasher. It's like, we never heard you ever, like, are you from DoorDash? Like we never seen any of your comments. I don't know if there's a content creator that actually is a constant top dasher. I know like there's challenges being made and whatnot. But we've seen the challenges. So we've seen someone who takes orders all day. We don't see them getting some big unicorn order at the end.
I don't think the algorithm works like that. I don't think they're looking. I really don't. I think there's so many offers, and you could be 0% or 100.
They need you to.
Sometimes you're gonna get what you get, and I think if you're a new person, and I think the way they do the ratings and the fact that they don't explain to you that you don't have to take everything. And when you see your customer rating, you see everything else, and then you see the red within the acceptance, and it scares you, right? I remember when I first started, like, ooh, my acceptance is 50%. Is that bad? Is it good? I don't know. And there's a knowledge that you lose because you don't have like, is this bad? Am I going to not be able to get good orders? Are they going to kick me off? Like, I want them all to be green. It's a psychological thing as well. Like you want everything to look good. It's like a report card, right? You want to have all A's. You want to be in the green, right? You see that red and that yellow. It's like, oh, you feel like you're doing something bad. No, you're not. You're an independent contractor. Don't take the trash. Don't be fed into. We're going to send you an email about being top dasher and benefits. No, I don't think there's benefits unless you're in a select market to where you really need to dash now. And if that's important to you to make money, then I can understand it.
Yeah.
But still, like you should be able to schedule ahead and maybe figure out another way. But like top dashing to me is like it's you're devaluing your time. That's just how I see it. So.
In the way the app is structured, like you said, the colors, like all this stuff was created with psychology in mind.
It's designed that way. Yes.
It's you to always feel some level of insecurity about your position, about what's going on. Because they don't have a human being breathing down your neck. So it's the app that has to do the scaring where you decline, and they tell you, well, you're the best person for this offer. Are you sure? Like
Yes.
that's like an extra kind of, are you sure you're going to do this? Because you don't know what's going to happen if you don't. And then you don't get a few orders for a while. Then in your mind, you're thinking, did I do something wrong?
Yes.
And we have no idea. We're in this business with a system we don't know how it works.
Yeah, I think you bring up a great point. I think they're even taking it to, they're pausing us now. They're, when I end my dash, because I'm in this very dense zone, and there are times I'm in 3 different zones within one lunch shift. I start in Webster Groves. A great offer takes me to downtown, and I know I can get good orders, so I have to end my dash, start again, get an order downtown, takes me to Clayton, and these are all separated by just a few miles. But if the offer's good, I know I can start a new dash and get another good order. But like when I end it, it will ask me, are you sure you want to end it? There's a peak pay, and you got to hit 1,000 buttons just to end it, and then another 1,000 to start it. And it's like, it makes you feel like you're doing something bad, like you're being punished. And I think a lot of dashers feel like, like it scares you into taking the trash.
Definitely.
Definitely. And the people that are watching this now, the people that have channels, there's 2 million dashers. I think maybe 5% of them are watching YouTube. Okay. So that's not a lot of people. Everybody else is just left to figure it out. And maybe they stumble upon YouTube, or maybe they talk to a friend. Maybe they're on Reddit. Maybe they're on Facebook. Most of them aren't. So they're just going to take what they take. And I think those are the ones taking the really bad offers. And that's how people are getting food.
Yeah. You need information. You don't know until you know, right? Like Chris said, he was a top dash for a week until you found the DoorDash subreddit. You find a community somewhere that's talking to you. And it's funny, when you go outside, I'm sure you've experienced this. When you go outside, you see other dashers. If you ask one question, they're ready to talk. And we could be helping each other out. And I think like maybe it's a good idea, like, for everyone here talking and everyone's watching, you could be a little social, say, hey, how you doing? How's business? How's the orders are going? And if they say something that's top dasherish, you can explain, hey, you should check out this, check out this video, or check out this or look at my phone. Look, I'm at 8% acceptance rate. I'm not. You are allowed to look at the information that DoorDash presents to you. They don't show in your face. You gotta go read it. They tell you that you're fine. You don't need to have a 90%. You've been out here all night. You only made $36. We gotta help each other out.
No, you're right, man. And I was dropping some food off maybe Wednesday or Thursday this week, and a gentleman dropped off food right next to the door I was at, and he was going back to the car, and the girlfriend was driving, or his wife. And she goes, hey, what's a good area to dash around here? And I said, hey, how long have you been doing this, right? And I'm getting ready to run back to my car. Her car's in the back of mine. And she goes, oh, it's about a month. I said, oh, well, this is a good area downtown. I said, hold up. You got a minute? Let me give you something. I ran to my car. I got one of my business cards. I got cards with my channel name. I think I've told you this.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, check out. I got some tips and tricks. This is a good time to do it. Check out the channel. I can help you. I said, if you're not making in this area, if you're not averaging $25 an hour, you're doing it wrong. And she goes, $25? I'm making 15. I said, trust me, you can make more. She goes, I'm taking like some of the orders I'm taking are like $4 for 3 miles, or $4 for 3 miles. I was like, you can do better than that.
Yeah.
And I said, check the channel out. I think I can help you, but it's going to take you about a month to learn what area you want to be in. But she goes, oh my God, $15 an hour. I thought I was doing okay. I was like, that's not bad, but you can make more. So I run into people, like, if they ask me a question, I'll tell them, hey, I think I can help you. Don't take the trash. If your acceptance rate's really high and you're not making money, that's why. I think most of the time. If you lower your acceptance rate a little bit, you're probably going to be a little patient and not take the $5 order, take that $8 order. Over time, over the course of a week, you might make an extra $100, and that can really begin to add up. So,
yeah, I mean, just going by watching so many gig tubers and watching so much content and then see what's going on in the market. If your acceptance rate is, I see it has to be 20 and below for I can say, well, you're probably making some decent money. If I see someone with a 50% or 60%, 70%, I don't see that you're making a lot of money. I just don't see it.
I'll show you mine. Let me see what mine fluctuates, but mine right now is 25%, and it's been about that. And on Uber, it's 25% as well. So I think, and it's been as low as 0. But I think you're right. I think that percentage is, if you're taking if you're taking 50% or more, I think you're leaving some money on the table.
Hey, chat. What's your accepted rates, guys? I want to see. I don't know where my phone is. God
so Holly says hers is 53. Gig like 5 to 20%.
Yeah, those some acceptance rates. I mean, again, like you said, it's all about market. It's all about the market.
Yeah.
We got 6%. Someone has 0.
9, 16, 15, 22.
They ain't playing around.
Dashing Grandpa 11. Grandpa ain't playing no games.
He don't play with his money. Do not
Roy
play with his money.
Roy says 25%.
We don't play around, huh? It's like
8%. Damn, 8%. Woo. But I've been to 0. I've been to 0% twice.
Yeah.
In the last 3 months, 2 times. So yeah, it's been low. But
that's low. I think in the major cities, it should be higher.
I think that's why mine is 25, because I do get I get a lot of offers, but I dash in a very, especially for dinner time, for dinner time, it's like a 20 block radius, man. For lunch, I go a little bit over, but 20 blocks, man. And those are the restaurants I stick to. There's about 20 spots. So my drop offs are pretty quick. So if I see a $6 going 1 mile, I'm going to take it. And some other people might not. But for me, I could do 4 of those an hour and then even get hidden tips on $6 orders. I find those often. I'll take that all day long because I can knock that in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I feel like when the people who, and sometimes you get he's a little greedy, not greedy, but you just think there's something better that's gonna come. I could take this $6 order and it may take 15 minutes to complete, but I already want that $10 going to take me 25 minutes, but you should have just took the $6 order.
Well, that's the thing. And you got to know your days of the week and your merchants and the time of the day. Like 4 o'clock, 4:30 when it's slow before dinner, I'll take a $6 going 1 mile every day of the week. Now, if it's 6:30 in the middle of dinner, I might not. But, it's time specific. But that's a great, 10 minutes to make $6. If you do the math, that's a good hourly wage.
So ask you a question. So $6 when it's a little slow, cool. But would you take that same $6 order in the hottest hour, like the most busiest time where of
usually
dinner?
I won't.
So you won't. Okay.
Usually I won't. Usually I will not, unless I think it might be stacked, or if I see in my market, if I see 625 and it's 6 items, then yes, because I know that order is going to be 10, 11, $12. But if I see 625, 1 or 2 items from McDonald's, no way am I going to take that, because that's a $4 tip, and I know that.
And McDonald's
but if it's 625 going a mile from King and I with 5 items, I know that order is a minimum of $9 or $10. So yeah, I'm going to hop on that all day, no problem.
Yeah. It's a system. Everyone should have their system, right? But don't be rigid. But you have to have an idea of what you're willing to take. What's your mile? How far you want to go. I think the denser your community is, the less you want to travel far. So I it's funny. I think I'm more stingy with the miles than the payout sometimes. So I I don't want to go that far. I'm not interested. I know, because I'm going to go somewhere where I'm going to land. I'm back in fast food world, and I don't want to be in the fast food. For me, I don't want to be there. So,
the drop off is important. Where it leaves you is a major key factor for me as well. And if I got the time, I'll zoom in. Is it a big apartment building? If for lunchtime, I'll zoom in. Is it a spot I don't like to historically deliver to because parking's bad, there's no gate codes? I'll decline for those reasons as well. I like to deliver, especially at nighttime, to houses. I don't go to apartments at night, usually big buildings, because the time that it takes sometimes isn't worth it unless it's like a huge payout. I like to deliver to homes because usually those are leave at the door, boom, boom, I'm done. I like to do them as quickly as I can. I don't like to spend a lot of time on one particular order, even if the payout's really high, because I feel like I'm missing out on that next second or third order within that hour. But
So you're so good at your knowing what's going on. You know that you take this order, it's taking you to a proper building. So you like,
yeah, I can zoom in. I zoom in. I zoom in and I know my cross streets and I know the area pretty well to where I can, I know I don't want to be in that town or that part of the city because I got to drive all the way back to get something, or the drop off location is not desirable to get another one right away. Like when I hit a completed order, I need to be able to get another one within 2 minutes on either of my apps. If the thing's not going off with some kind of order within 2 minutes or less, I know I made a bad decision. So I definitely zoom in sometimes. I don't do it all the time, but if it's a big building or something, especially for lunch, and I might have to go up 15 floors on the elevator, and maybe I got to pay for parking or there is no parking, I'll decline that unless it's a really, really big payout. Yeah.
All right. Oh, a flower Zoom all day. Yeah. All right. Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. It helps me a lot. And I don't always make the right decision. Like I deliver to big buildings all the time if the payout's right and if I know the building. But there are times I zoom in and it looks like a big building. I don't really know it. I know it's downtown, let's say. I know it's on Washington Ave, but I don't know if do I need a gate code? I don't know if they provided me with that. Historically, a lot of my customers don't.
Yeah.
Can I park there? Does the elevator one that takes me 10 minutes to even get it to come down to pick me up? No way. If I got to spend 30 minutes,
time killers.
If I got to spend 30 minutes to make $10, that's a bad order in my market. It's not worth it.
Yeah, I'm in Brooklyn. There's buildings all over the place. It'd be difficult to you can avoid them. It's just not as bad as the gated community thing that you guys deal with. I've seen videos of you or even like Mushimu. Like I'm like, wow, that would suck. Because I've seen that where you drive somewhere and it's this huge complex. You gotta drive up to the security guard. You gotta figure what building. That is nightmare.
It's crazy.
But I don't deal with that as often as you guys do.
So what kind of buildings are your buildings? They're more apartment style,
most of them are like 4, 5, 6 floors. Nothing too ridiculous, unless you're at the projects or whatever. But it's not too bad. Holy crap! There's 70 people in here.
Dude, listen, you got the best show for interviews, bro.
Appreciate it. Thank you, everyone who's here. My apartment building is not terrible. It's part of this being in Brooklyn, being in New York City, dealing with that. But I understand you again. Like I said, it's all about the different kind of markets. It's interesting. You've made this comment in one of your videos about the transparency between DoorDash and Uber Eats.
Yes.
So DoorDash versus Uber Eats. I don't know. It seemed like lately people are more pro Uber Eats than I ever remember. Because I remember when I started going on checking out everyone's videos, no one talked about Uber Eats. It was bad. It was terrible. I don't know if it was next to Postmates, but people really didn't talk about Uber Eats. It was DoorDash. But I've seen a lot of videos. I've seen Kim's son Money Plans video and DoorDash dad. I think he's gonna be called Uber Eats dad.
He's been doing, but he did a video tonight. He said DoorDash has been killing it. So I think it just goes, you got to have more than one app, and your market will dictate. Have both of them on and take the best order. And one week this week. Okay, I made $1,004. That's what I made this week. Okay, my goal every week is $1,000. That's my new goal. It used to be more, but now I'm only working 5 days a week. Okay, so 28% of what I made was from Uber Eats. So last week it was about 40% from Uber. So it went down a little bit for me, but you got to have both of them on. Like you can't, I think DoorDash isn't transparent, but I will say Uber lately, I don't like how, if it's a stacked order, it doesn't tell you both merchants. And for me, that's a huge deciding factor sometimes. It only shows you one merchant. It doesn't show you the drop-off locations. After you confirm it, it doesn't give you addresses like DoorDash does. So I don't know. I think I like the way DoorDash shows us both merchants versus Uber Eats. Like Uber Eats only shows you one. until you accept it.
But Uber Eats don't let you Zoom.
It doesn't let you Zoom either. Nope.
Yeah, and that's I always found that it's funny now because DoorDash currently doing is what Uber Eats always did, where you right before you finish something, they're already throwing another offer in your face. And I did not like it because I'm like, I'm still focused on this order. And a lot of times I would take it by looking at the payout and not realizing they want me to travel or it wasn't a good offer. Because I just looked at either the number or the miles and thought, yeah, I'm going to kill it. But I didn't put enough time to check because I'm currently still finishing up a delivery. I didn't realize like DoorDash does that now too. But yeah, I really don't like that at all because you can't Zoom and I'm currently doing something and you're already trying to.
Yeah, I think it's unsafe. Like they do it on both, and I was on one yesterday on Uber, and I knew I was getting close. I was maybe 500, 600 yards away from the customer, and it sends me an offer. And when it sends me an offer on my screen, it takes away my in-app navigation. So I know I'm getting ready to turn, but like now I have to make a decision. I'm driving. I know I got to turn here or maybe the next stop sign. It's kind of frustrating. And, at least with Uber, though, you can just hit the X. You hit one button and it goes away, which is really nice. So it'd be nice if we can just merge both apps, because I think both of them have a lot of good things, but that's never going to happen. I think sometimes these companies, they sit at some big table and they say, all right, you can do this, you do that, and we give them just enough information. It's like this council of idiots that make these software apps. They show us just enough, just enough.
Yeah, it's a level of control. I mean, it's a level of control.
Yeah.
And they know, I mean, they got all the information. They got all the information possible on what we take or we don't take. And their job is, the shareholders, people who are making the money, the ones who are really backing us and saying, hey, listen, hey, programmer, you write this code, make them take the offers that they're not taking. Because they're already going to take the offers that have the decent payouts or decent tips. Find a way to get these people to take the ones that they don't want to take, and then that's how they have to work it. And I all right. So your preference, you like more, the Uber Eats app or the DoorDash app, just by the functionality and how everything from
Uber Eats, because there's less. It's easy. There's less buttons to press. I like Uber Eats as far as the functionality. But the only thing I don't like about it is if they give you a stack, it only shows you one merchant. And so for me, if it tells me Pizza Head on South Grand and it says $15 2 deliveries, I don't know if they're both Pizza Head. I don't know if it's Pizza Head and McDonald's, and that could be a bad order then, right? I could be delivering an $11 Pizza Head and a $4 McDonald's order, and McDonald's order is the one that's far further away. You can drop it, but it's just Uber's easier, I think, as far as even the drop off, the picture, and the communication. I like how you could little boxes there, and it's just the functionality I think is smoother and it's cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the offer screen better on DoorDash. Initially, when an offer comes in, I think that's a lot better than Uber.
Yeah, and like you said, the fact that you can get a stack and you could toggle between the two. I don't know if you
can zoom in on the ad. Yeah, the offer screen's better, but everything else for me on Uber, I like better. The fact that customers can tip afterwards, I think is better. I think it's a friendlier app altogether.
And you haven't tried Grubhub yet because you're still waiting for that one. What do you guys think? What do you guys think in terms of the app? Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think Uber Eats is just easier just the decline button, just one button. Does it matter? Are you gonna do anything about it, DoorDash? The reason why I have to use the bathroom. How does that information help you in any way, in shape or form? Uber is like, yo, just do it. Just you want to do it? All right, no problem. Get somebody else. There's no contract violations. Oh, you late? Don't worry about it. Just get.
Yeah, there's no time. Yeah, there's no timer. I have no idea. And there are times it's I'm sitting here and you can communicate with the customer or hit a button that saying the order's not ready, but there's no timing in it. That's actually kind of nice because you don't feel stressed out by it. Yeah, it's okay, I'm gonna get it there, and they could text me if they have a question, but you don't feel like that time crunch as much. You're not worrying about it.
I believe it's like good. I always say DoorDash is the drama app. Just by the way they set up the system is to put a lot of fear and insecurity in. Like, you've been late 12 minutes for this delivery. Well, do you know what was going on? Do you think I was just sitting here? There's a thing called traffic, and it's just go by the way the algorithm is to try to keep you worried about what's going to happen. Like, that's another video that does pretty well. Is I got a contract violation. Everyone's like, oh, whoa, what happened? What did you do wrong? Like, and you see that big red mark on your thing, contract violation. And when you first get one, you really think, oh, I'm just gonna get deactivated anytime now.
Yeah, I got one early on. Actually, I've had 3, and I got my first 2 I had were within the first couple of months, or maybe even a few weeks. And I remember dropping it off and thinking, did I do something wrong? And I knew I was at the right house. Like, I'm super careful with that. And then like I had to send in, get the email, and you get the contract violation show up in your ratings, and you're like, it scares you. It's like, oh, like, am I fired? Like, what's going on here, right? I know I delivered it to them. And then you come to realize through knowledge and whatever else, oh, it's just a miserable human being saying they didn't get their food, right?
Yeah.
That's all it is. Or they had the wrong address and you took it to the right place, but the address was goofy or whatever. But now it's like, if I were to get one tomorrow, I'd just be mad, probably. Like, really? Like, somebody lied? Like, I would just be upset. And then I'll be like, you know what? I'll just do Uber then, whatever. Like, it is what it is,
Yeah, I think Uber's a really good app to first jump into it because, like you said, it's not a lot of stress. They're not bothering you as much as DoorDash. It's a one button decline.
Yeah,
they've been doing this longer. Maybe they just realize, hey, if you want people to kind of just do this and not complain as much as complaining, because again, look at all the videos that we been put out. A lot of it's anti DoorDash. It's not a lot of anti Uber Eats, and Uber Eats. Like I said, Uber Eats is not 100% transparent either, but it's day of rest, the strikes. No, I mean, the ride share is a problem. It's a huge problem in the ride share, and
I think the ride share is more of a traffic generator for negative PR for Uber than the delivery. Mm-hmm. But that's because they've been doing it long, and the news stories, and like people wearing masks or not wearing masks in ride share, and the crime with I think it's just that's their focus is on that versus the food. And I think that's partly why they might make the food so easy, because they don't want to have to worry about it. They just, pick up the McDonald's chicken McNuggets, take them to the customer. I don't care if it takes you an hour. If it took you an hour, then there was an issue. Just do it. And if a customer complains, we'll deal with it.
We gotta focus on this situation over here.
DoorDash's whole platform is delivering goods and services. They don't deliver people. So when because they don't deliver human beings, like they have a lot less to worry about. So
Terry had a good comment. DoorDash is like a micromanager that assigns you a task and then constantly checks on you. Yeah. And
those are the worst managers. I've managed people, and like the micromanagers, they don't give you any sense of own personal control, and they don't give you a sense of pride in your work. They just breathing over your neck all the time, right? And then we get into the break room and we complain about Hannibal, the micromanager, right? Because he's micromanaging me because it's his first week. He wants to do really good in this space, and he's trying to get a raise, and he's trying to do all this stuff, so he feels like he's got to do too much. That's DoorDash. So that is an excellent comment right there.
Yeah. And where's this council? What's the names of the people in the council? Do they create content?
Nothing.
Is that just is that a ghost? They call it ghost kitchens, where there's somebody in the back, we don't know what's going on, but the food comes out. Is that a ghost council? Is it really people there really talking to there's no information about that at all. I
saw pictures online of Tony with other people, a really diverse looking group of people, right? Yeah. Of course they're gonna have that. You need that, but I have no idea what they do. I don't know what's come of that. I have no clue, man. That's a good point. Maybe it got dissolved. Maybe they didn't do it at all.
Yeah, they really try to make it a thing of we hear you. We're going to bring bring together a council of dashers from all different places in the world, and we're gonna sit there and talk about what's going on. And Tony's going to take it seriously and make changes. And nothing. Not a goddamn thing. Yeah, where is this council?
I mean, I think it's a good idea. I signed up for it, and I was willing to be on it. I want to know, but the council is just a PR stunt to make it seem like they care about drivers. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? I mean, it's hard to say. I think it's a good idea on paper, but I've worked for big companies, guys. I know I like to say the same crap every time, but like, I worked at this big casino, and we had things similar to a council. Okay. And there are positive things that can come from it. I've been in these meetings where we've looked at survey results of the 1,200 employees, and I've looked at the comments on every single one within my food and beverage department. I had to look at 600 comments, break them down. What are the people saying? And then we have a meeting about that. All right, what are the few things that we can do to help? So there are companies, big ones, that do these things, and sometimes people's voices can be heard, and sometimes you just can't. You can't give everybody everything, right?
Yeah.
But it would be nice if they talked about it. You can't have a survey and then not have back a follow up, right? Like, you got to be able to follow up with the people and say, all right, we heard you. This is what we're going to do, or this is what we're not going to do, and why. And I think most people just want transparency, but we're expecting DoorDash to be transparent with a council, but they're not even transparent with the customer or us on tips. So I think we're asking too much, maybe.
I mean, look at the lawsuits.
Yeah,
that each it looks like every major city is pointing out, like, you're not even being honest to the customers, you're not being honest with the restaurants. So again, going by the idea of, people in Massachusetts trying to become and get employee status, do you want to have an employer that is not honest with almost every part of the business, not being honest? Like, they're shady with everybody. You would want to work for them and be a W-2. Like, an independent contractor I think that's the best thing about it is you sign up for a bunch of apps, you turn them all on, and if you really hate what DoorDash is doing, you could just stop using DoorDash and use the other two.
Yeah.
And DoorDash is so desperate for drivers, they will send you, hey, we missed you. Hey, here's some challenges. Like, I didn't get challenges when I was doing DoorDash every day. I didn't get nothing. But then after I don't have to use it as often, then all of a sudden it's, complete 15 deliveries, we give you some money. Come back, please. Like 2 weeks ago, I got an email. I was a top dasher for a week. They're going to give me a top dasher for a week to come back.
Really?
Yeah.
So, in your market of Brooklyn, what is top dasher? You can dash now, or what?
You could dash. Top dasher is you could dash anytime you want.
So right now, if you wanted to work, you couldn't work right now.
It depends. Well, you all right in the hood? Yes, you could dash now in the hood where you're just going to get $2-3 offers all night because that's.
But it's not 100. It's not 100% that it would turn on for you. Let's say there's too many people, you couldn't, right? But as a top dasher,
technically, if there's too many people and everything is grayed out, you couldn't dash. But it's never in Brooklyn. It's never 100%. It's just your good areas, your areas where you got your income, average income is 6 figures, because there's some part there, your Park Slope, your Williamsburg, those areas going to be grayed out because every top dasher saturates that market. So I could dash anytime because McDonald's is open right now, Wendy's is open, White Castle, Taco Bell, right now it's 12, definitely, but those are not going to give you high payouts, but you can still work.
Yeah, you can still make some money. Yeah.
So Top Dasher is still not worth it. Even if, you can go, because another thing too, you downtown, sure, you can dash now if you had Top Dasher, but there's no restaurants open right now. Yeah. That's delivering food. Yeah, you got the bars are open. Maybe
do you guys have 7-Eleven or CVS or Walgreens?
Yeah,
in your area? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So maybe you get a few of those, but I don't know how much late night. I mean, I ordered from 7-Eleven last week. That was amazing. I forgot that you can do that. But how many orders did they get overnight? I don't know. They're not going to share that information either, right? That'd be great information to know.
I do a lot of 7-Elevens during the day and even through dinner a little bit. There's one right in my area that I go to a lot during the week. And I don't dash late night. I haven't for a while. But like if I went out right now, it's 11 o'clock. I think I can go down to the area, and I think 7-Eleven on a Saturday would be pumping for 7-Eleven orders.
Yeah.
There, and there's a few restaurants, like fast food places there. But 7-Eleven, I think late night probably The one stays open 24/7. So I think I can probably make really good money just running 7-Eleven orders right now if I wanted to.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I know that 7-Elevens are I did a few of those orders. They're easy. I never had an issue with them at all. You could park, you could run in, run and out, run in, run out. So yeah, but they were so desperate to get people to go. And that's the thing that I would say my biggest I guess idea that I have in terms of dealing with these companies. Do not become desperate. They capitalize off of desperation. So if you think this is the only way I can make money, they will take advantage of that. When you have so many other options of other apps to use, even if you stop using, let's say Instacart, you stop using Instacart for a while, they will give you some do 6 batches right now. You know what I mean? Like, but if you're doing them all the time, you may not get that opportunity because they're like, well, we got you already. We don't need to incentivize you. You're here every day anyway. Which is unfortunate because you think shouldn't be a performance incentive for your true top dashers, the ones who have the great
good
customer rating, the great rating,
deliveries,
they're on time, never have a problem. To have the tons of like custom comments about how they go above and beyond.
Yes.
Where's that incentive?
I don't know if there is, and I think the boom of these gig apps, the 200% growth or whatever they had last year, comes from it starts with desperation. A lot of people lost their jobs. These big companies know that during a pandemic, and money was tight for a lot of people, right? And they were forced or willing to get into this line of work. And a lot of us are still doing it because it can be profitable if you do it right. But then there are a lot of people that I see from my market that this is like, this is what they do. And and they are desperate and like they can't get another job, or they don't want to have a boss, or they feel desperate and they take every order and they're just grateful. And most people fall into that. I think us and the 74 people that are watching fall into that 10% or less that are really know what we're doing. We're grinding. We're running it like a business. We're trying to be as profitable as possible. We're not going to take the crap. We're going to, do it in the right way. But 90% of people, man, they're going to take what they take. They're desperate. They're going to do it for a short amount of time. They're not going to take as much care as we would with certain things. I've seen people dashing and like they just don't even have like the way they present themselves. I mean, Roy did a video where a guy was, he filmed the guy. He was rubbing his feet. He had no socks on. He's like scratching the bottom of his feet, waiting for an order. So he's doing that. He's touching his feet and he's going to pick up that bag. Like, I think most dashers, unfortunately, fall into that pool. And that's sad, but I think a lot of people are just dashing to dash and happy with making $50 and that's that.
Yeah, we all have friends and family, and you could ask them, hey, tell us your worst DoorDash story where you ordered DoorDash, and they'll tell you a quick one. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many bad delivery drivers around. But actually, I saw a comment that I wanted to pop up about Instacart. Girl to Life did try to get you to do Instacart, you won't do it. All right.
She's talked about it, but I haven't.
Have you applied?
No, I have not.
Why not? What's going on?
I actually like to shop. Like for myself, like
I think you told me about this.
We talked, and like I don't want to shop. Like I make what I need to make. I'm not trying to have a third or fourth app. I don't want to spend. I can be very impatient. I'm a pretty high energy kind of guy, and spending an hour on one person's order, it's not for me. So
Pedro, sign up for the app. It's not that bad. See, I was talking to Nugs, my buddy.
I love it.
He almost, he's at 20K subscribers. My buddy Nugs.
He does Instacart now, yeah.
And he does Instacart now. All right. It's good, decent payouts. You get to you can take a little break in the day. You go in a nice air conditioning, grocery store. You're picking up stuff for people. You can still hustle a little bit.
I mean, yeah, I could. And I know Gig Life does it, and he does some fire videos with his his videos are good too.
Yeah, I mean
but
that triple batches. Don't do triple batches. Do not
and
do.
you know what was great about that video is like I could tell he was stressed a little bit. He was like grinding, he's sweating. It was such a good video. But the Instacart, man, I don't know. I'm getting lazy. I'm getting kind of comfortable. And I do a lot already, guys. Listen, like I'm recording, I'm doing videos every day. Like I got too much going on. So to add something else, I feel like it would be too much for me.
But you do shopping. You do shop, like it's not big. No. Like Walmart's is not Walmart.
I do
Walgreens
is not all day. Yeah, but those are like most of the time. Those are like 5 items or less. So I'm in and out 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, you're not doing the 25 at the.
It's there's nothing wrong with it. There's probably good payouts in my market. One of my good friends does Instacart, and he would tell me stories and things like that. But even the numbers he would tell me, and he only does Instacart, I was making more in a day than he was with just Instacart. So to mix it in, like I don't see the benefit.
Do you guys? You don't have Instacart, but I wonder if you get deliver only orders, because that's one things about Instacart. You could do the full shop. And you can just select. You have to pop it. You have to catch it fast enough. Where all you do is you go to the grocery store and you get somebody already packaged everything for you, and you scan the bags and you throw them in your car and you go and drive to the person's house. So I'm wondering if you have those in your area as well.
I don't know. I would definitely do that. I've done some Walmarts where you got to scan and
scan bag, and then scan them once you did.
If Walmart was in more operationally sound, I would maybe consider doing them, but mine just aren't. I never know what to get, so that's why I don't go. But I got no problem bringing somebody 20 bags of groceries. I'll do that all day long. If the money's right, I got no problem with that. But like the shopping and stuff, I enjoy going to the grocery store. Like I remember as a kid going to the grocery store, like they gave you the samples of the food. You're with your mom or it was always a fun time for me. It was, and I enjoy doing it now. So I don't want to work and do that because I actually like going to the grocery store and going to the produce and like I enjoy that stuff. So I don't want to mix in,
Donna, does anyone know if you could change to just delivery? I don't know if you can. I just know, like I did a few when I was doing Instacart, and same thing, similar to you. You kind of realize the time and the math. You make more money. Again, dense. I think us in dense markets, Instacart is probably not the strongest app. Even for shopping, if you're in a major city in a dense market, because you could probably make more money delivering food.
I think so. Yes.
But if you are in more, it's a few miles to drive to certain places, Instacart does, I think, very well. I think probably some people are probably doing Instacart outperforming the other ones because it's further apart and people need groceries. Yeah. I mean, Instacart is still probably one of the few apps or a few companies that are profitable. I think because first you got to pay a yearly subscription, which I do.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's kind of like similar to Amazon Prime. You pay 1 year and then you.
Did you say you do that? You have it?
Oh yeah, I'm lazy as hell, Pedro. So I order groceries once a week, and I
have never ordered groceries in my life, never, and I don't think I ever will.
Because I know you already have this idea that we're lazy, so I'm lazy, and it's fantastic. Because when you get a good personal shopper, they really go out their way to look for things. But then I order from Wegmans. I'm not sure if you guys have Wegmans. You probably
never. No, I don't know. We don't.
I did Instacart for Wegmans, so I've done Instacart orders, so I know what's there. So when you have a shopper that's kind of lazy and said, "I don't know, we don't have that anymore," and I'm like, I know it's there. I was just there the other day. You know what I mean? Like you kind of could catch them with, but it's a good service. I mean, for people who don't want to go to grocery stores.
Let's talk about Hannibal's laziness. How far does this go? Let's go down a lazy rabbit hole.
Let's see. Well, yes, I for food delivery, like restaurants, I will rather pick it up than get it delivered.
Yeah.
So it's groceries. Amazon. I order Amazon. I use Amazon all the time.
Do you do your own laundry? Do you guys do your own laundry, or do you guys do dry cleaning?
I do my own laundry.
Okay.
I would love to do dry cleaning. That's a good idea.
That's expensive, man. In Brooklyn, that's got to be expensive to do.
Pedro, we're becoming business people. We have to maximize our time. So we can't spend our time grocery shopping and washing our own clothes and cleaning. We got to start, if we want to make the big bucks, we got to start maximizing our time.
Okay, but the other part of that is, why am I going to pay somebody to do something I can do?
Because you need your brain and energy to focus on how to make more money.
No,
and you can't do that.
Time manage. You got to manage your time. If that means you wake up 30 minutes early to make sure you get something done, that's what you do, and you just saved yourself money.
Yeah, but I like sleep, so.
We're different in that regard. I can get a lot done in one day. Like but my part of my personal issue and what I'm trying to like get better at is being a little more like I'm pretty chill, but like I can't stay still. Like I always need to be doing something, and I always need to be like my days are full. Like today my girlfriend went shopping. Actually, she did the shopping, and it was nice because I spent time with the baby. She got her nails done, and she went to the grocery store, and she went and got some clothes for herself, and had like a little mom day, just relaxed by herself for a few hours. Yeah. But like me, like I was even sitting here today with the baby. The baby was sleeping a little bit, and I'm like, all right, what am I gonna do next? Like I always got to be cleaning something, buying. Like I can't sit still. Like I'm a high energy guy. So for me, I have a day off, and I'm still doing something, and I'm cheap. So like I don't want to spend money if I can do it myself. Like I'm pretty frugal. Yeah. So like I'm not gonna pay somebody to do my groceries. I'll just wake up an hour early if I need to, go do my grocery shopping and come home.
I feel you. I mean, you still eat mayo, so but yeah, I feel you. Gig driver Hannibal needs his beauty rest. I do not sleep a lot, man. Because I have a 7-year-old. All right, so we're talking about children. So this is something that kind of freaked me out today. He's 7, right? So yeah. I think I came home. I was walking. I think I was doing some stuff walking the dog. Came home. He's doing homework. He's sitting down on his desk. I start sniffing it. I start smelling. I'm like, yeah, what is that? Is that BO? What is this musty smell? I'm sniffing, and I sniff his armpits. And I'm like, you're 7. Why do you smell like this? Like
you shouldn't at 7 already.
I started to panic. I'm like, this is too soon. This is crazy. Yeah. I'm like, Carla, smell him. She's like, what? He's like, he stinks. He stinks. What's going on? His pits, not like dirt, like kids get. Yeah. His armpits smell like he has BO. Yeah. I'm like, this boy has BO. He's 7. 7? She's like, he does. I'm like, what's going on? All right, I call my mom to come to my house to sniff him.
Oh, your mom has to live close.
Yeah, she lives close. Yeah, I mean, that'd be ridiculous. But I was like, Mom, you gotta come over here. He stinks. I don't know what to do. Like, this is crazy. Like, I still remember him. I remember changing his diapers at one point.
7?
7.
So, are you gonna get deodorant? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, apparently just deodorant. He stinks. Wow. And it's sweaty. He's running around. And
it could be a chemical. Like people have the way their bodies deal with sweat. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he could be different.
He's a grown man already, Pedro. This is too fast.
Is he a big kid? Is he a big boy?
Yeah, I think he's definitely tall for it. It just happened too fast, man. You know what I mean? Like that's one thing. I'm like, I thought it's something when you're like in high school, not high, like junior high when they start.
Yeah, middle school. Yeah.
No, this boy, he's gonna have a beard when he's 10 or something. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Crazy, man.
I'm gonna say, hey, you gonna start getting a job or help me out pay with these bills. he was just laughing and giggling the whole time. I'm like, you're growing too fast. You're growing too fast.
He's 7, is he in what? Like, is he 2nd grade or 1st grade?
Yeah, he just started 2nd grade last week. Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Are they wearing masks in school?
Yeah. They got there in a little cubicle, basically like not glass. I think it's plastic separation.
Really?
But yeah, it's New York City. So it's extra little protection over here. But yeah, man, it just kind of blew me away. Like, I guess really my boy is growing really fast. Like time is flying by.
Hannibal, my so my daughter's going to be 20. I have a 20-year-old almost in about 3 weeks, man. So it goes by like that. She's a sophomore in college. So his armpit smell right now. You're gonna blink, and he's gonna be getting married.
Man.
Before you know it. Like, that's just how it happens.
And the reason to go circling back to the gig stuff, I wanted more time because I was working so much before that I want, like I take him to school every day. Like I drive him to school every day, Monday to Friday. I take him to school, and sometimes, for the most part, I actually pick him up too. My wife usually does that as well. But
before I want to say this, I think that is awesome, man. I love that you can do that. I think that kind of stuff and that routine with your kid, like that's really cool, man.
Yeah, I think that was one of the reasons why I decided I didn't want to work for anybody else. Like, I need to be there, and he appreciates it. I know he does, and he sits in the front seat with me. He's getting
that's
kind
awesome,
of big,
man.
and I drive him to school every day, and
I love that. That's awesome.
But so I am going to be able to kind of take in the moments because they grow fast, man.
Yeah, man, they do, and it's exciting though, man. It's nothing like being a dad, man. Like, it's just different, man. And I didn't, the first time going around, I didn't appreciate it as much. I took it for granted a little bit. You know, you had this baby, but you're still like a young man. I was 19, and now it's like I'm spending so much time with Ruby, my latest daughter, and it's like I just appreciate it a little bit more. You know, like it's just different. And I understand how fast it could be, and you try to enjoy as much of it as you can. And you talk about taking your son to school, and I imagine I'll do the same thing, you know, and have those conversations and have her know that that's what we do, and I'm always able to do that. And I'm always home at night to tuck her in or read her a bedtime story. Like, I didn't do that the first time. I wasn't able to.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, looking back, I wish I did make it a priority, and I didn't. And having those moments like that, because they go so quick, man. You're right. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how quick they grow up, man.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna have to get Axe body spray. Good point.
No Axe. No.
Yeah. Listen,
no.
I would not set him up like that. I'm like, listen, just. And I was telling him, you want to get talk to some girls? You can't be smelling like that. He just started giggling and laughing. It's crazy, man. It is a crazy situation.
Evan's young, man. Is he a gamer? You play video games, right?
A little bit. I'm just so focused on trying to figure stuff out. But yeah, I love video games. Yeah, he's stuck on that tablet. A lot of times I want to take that tablet away from him. But thank you, Donna. Appreciate it.
Donna's awesome.
Super great. Awesome. Always checking out the channel. Thank you very much, Donna. Truly appreciate it.
Tanner's in here. You see Tanner?
Yeah. Did you do the crate challenge, Tanner? Don't do it.
What's up, homies? Just clock the vid, change to the road trip.
He's out there, man, grinding.
He's grinding. Yeah, but hey, Tanner, I took your spot, bro. I'm sorry. I told you ain't doing them every day. You proved me right, my friend. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He attached like a 3-ton like ramp to the back of his like SUV.
It's impressive, man. Tanner's he's doing some cool things. It looks like, man.
Oh, he said someone sent him some crates.
Oh, no. I got a story. I got a crate story. Okay.
All right, go ahead.
So I was thinking, I saw a TikTok, and this comedian was like, "Where are these people getting these crates?" Like you know, like. And I worked in restaurants. I understand how certain places get crates. Yeah. Things get delivered in grocery stores. And I was like, you know what? I want to ask some people as I'm out in the neighborhood yesterday. I was like, I'm going to ask them, where do you get crates around here? I ran into a neighborhood guy that I know. I said, hey, man, what's up with this crate? I pretended like I needed crates. He goes, I can get you some crates. I was like, how much are they going to cost? This is what he told me. And this is St. Louis and, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
$5 a crate is what it's going right now. For each crate, $5. But I had to pay him. I didn't. $5 to use the crate. I had to give the crate back.
It's entrepreneurs, man.
You can rent a center some crates for $5 a crate. Isn't that ridiculous, man?
Capitalism, man.
I mean, it's a good hustle. Some money. I was like, listen, I respect your hustle. I don't need them. I was just asking. He's like, I need crates $5, but I need them back the next day. Yeah. I'm like, what? Yeah.
All right, we'll set some money up. Ship some crates to Tanner. He jumps off of 80-foot cliffs. How bad is a crate stack 7 feet?
Well, but Tanner, that's you. You're a professional acrobat. Oh, we got fools out here drinking all night, getting on crates and breaking their neck for a couple clicks. I mean, come on, man.
Uh,
Tanner, I bet Tanner could do it. He can go on his Razor scooter and like scoot up the crates and then scoot down the crates.
Please don't do that, Tanner. Man. We need him around. I've seen some terrible falls. It seems like your body, the momentum and the rickiness. I don't know if that's a word, of the crates, and people just fall in these awkward positions. It's not safe.
No,
and
I mean,
why maybe you start delivering crates?
Listen, if I go out on Monday and I get a DoorDash for delivering crates, I am not going to deliver those crates.
You done for today? Are you just going to
I'm going to retire right then. I'm not going to dash anymore that day. I'm done. If I got to deliver crates, bro.
You gotta start delivering groceries, Pedro. You know,
Nah,
I don't know where you ain't go. You ain't go. Nope. That's the future. That's the future of this stuff. We're gonna be delivering all types of stupid stuff to people.
Well, we're doing it already. I mean, we're doing it already, man. Like we're doing it right now. I mean, I've delivered autos. I've delivered car parts a couple weeks ago. Like, I mean, it's. I don't mind it if the money's right. It's okay. I might laugh and make jokes and talk a little trash, but like at the end of the day, like if the miles and money's ratio is good, I don't care. Like, I deliver people. I pick people up. I picked kids up once, like a mom. I wasn't supposed to. A mom ordered an Uber for her like teenage boy to take him to practice. I was like, all right, get in the car. Let's go. I'm going to take you. You're not supposed to do that. But I was like, I don't care. You're going to pay me money out. Good kid. Let's take him to football practice. Who cares? Like, I'll do it. But
you got that one. There's no wrong with that.
No. We got to get to places.
Dash there. I don't do any Uber Connect. Have you done? Done those?
I got one. I have it on my app. I got one offer, but the money wasn't right, so I didn't take it. But I've gotten one offer, and I've had it for probably about a year now. But I don't know what it even entails all the way. So
I don't even see an offer. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm not getting it or understand it correctly. So if I'm on Uber Eats and I see, it'll say pick up, and they'll just say pick up here. Like it'll just show the point of where to pick. There's no payout. You don't even know what the item is.
There isn't. There isn't a payout. It shows you mileage. It says connect package, and it shows you mileage like you're picking up a person. The offer screen looks just like if you're doing a ride share.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't have the payout. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm making $3 or $30. Like, I can't gamble.
I need more information. It's crazy out here. That's what Roy said. The streets are on fire. I need to know what I'm picking up. I need to know give me a picture of the item. Pick up this crate. All right, I'll pick up the crate if I know it's a crate, but don't.
Yeah, what if it's something too big? I can't. Depending on your automobile, you might not be able to fit it. Like, I mean, it's
more transparency with that before. And I get them I see a few, but I just don't take it. Like, it's not enough information for me, so I just don't take it at all.
Let me ask you a question. So with the Rover, with the dogs, do people? I'm imagining people drop the dog off. You don't pick the dog up, right?
Sometimes I pick them up.
Really? So you're transporting canines?
Yeah. Sometimes I have my back of I usually use the Jeep. I got it all land up in the back with like car like bedding and stuff like that. Yeah. And just jump on it. I just drive them. My clientele, like the people who are who I take care of the animals. It's probably 3-4 miles max. So I'm not. I have one animal that I drove to the city. But usually I try to keep it real close. So same thing with delivering food. Like take like 4 miles is 5 miles is the max. I'm not trying to travel, and there's so many other people on the platform that if someone is in, let's say in Manhattan, they want someone to take care of their dog, they can find so many people to take care of the dog in that area. You don't have to come all the way to me in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? So I no problem picking up dogs. I've done that when I was a W-2. I had picking up dogs. I used to in the mornings drop off dogs or pick up dogs in not a Sprinter van. What's that Chevy thing? I forgot that van was called, but
Astro van.
One of those. Yeah. That was shit. I can't. Don't ship your cat. Just drop your cat.
Tanner. Nobody likes cats, bro. I'm sorry.
You don't like cats?
No, I don't.
Pedro,
it's not that I don't like cats. I'm scared of them. Like they're too like I don't like cats. I had a couple bad experiences. They're too jumpy for me. They're too smart. They're too. Yeah, man. They're. I'm good. Okay, I like dogs, man.
You know, we learned a lot about you tonight.
You have cats, I imagine, don't you?
Yeah, I can't. I don't know where she is. I don't know where she is right now, but she's
They're too
somewhere around.
smart, man, and they jumping around all the place, and they're getting on everything. I can't do it.
I love all. I love all of them. I love cats for how they are. I love dogs for how they are. I've seen some annoying dogs. I've been some annoying cats.
Yeah. I can't do cats.
That is funny.
I'm so sorry. If that's the reason you're gonna unsubscribe, hey man, I ain't blaming you, bro. Because I know you're a cats guy, but you know it is what it is.
Cats people are very like GigTube. He's a cat guy too. So.
Yeah, is he?
Yeah,
but that you strike me as more of a dog kind of guy. Tanner and Chad seem like cat guys to me, so I'm not surprised. I bet Chad probably sleeps with his cat, like in the bed, snuggled up. Like,
they'll definitely do that.
Oh, they probably take gas together. Like, I mean, trust me, I'm sure. Yeah.
I think my mom loved cats. We always had a cat growing up. I didn't have a dog until I became, an adult. And this cat I have, this is the only cat I had as an adult. My friend didn't want the cat anymore, and I took the cat. So it wasn't like I went and adopted it. But he didn't want it, and I told like, "Oh, bring it over." And she's been here, I don't know how many years, probably 6-7 years. And she, you know what? Cool about cats? They don't play around. So like, if a dog, because I have dogs here all the time, they go up to her face, she will try to punch me in the face. Like, don't touch me, don't come near me, hiss everything. But then when I'm around, she wants to go in my lap. She's crying for food, but they don't play. Like cats don't play. So
they're smart. Like I said, they're so smart. They're savvy. I always feel like they got something going. Like they got the next thing they're plotting. Like they're just and maybe I feel threatened by them. I don't know. Dogs are just chill. They want to play. They want to go outside. Like The
thing about cats too, they weren't as domesticated as long as dogs were, so they still got a lot of wildness in them. And I don't know if this is true. But they said if a cat had the size of like a lion, they would eat us or they would kill us. Like if they were that big, they would. But then they like you too at the same time, so they wouldn't. But they have like a little prey-ness about them.
I mean, I think they have a more of a wild instinct.
Definitely.
Right? Because of their lineage. I think they have that. Dogs are more domesticated. They're more loyal in a way of just they need your attention. They need you to love them. Cats, they don't need you for much. No. They're they can do their own thing. It could be a week and they don't need you to do anything for them. If you got enough food for me, I'll figure it out. Right? Yeah. Dogs, they need you every single day, multiple times a day.
Yeah. I mean,
my dogs need to go outside 20 times a day. Like a cat don't ever need that.
We bred the dogs to work for us. It's a true relationship compared to a cat where my cat wants me to pet her and feed her. Yeah. That's about it. And then she sleeps for 19 hours a day. Yeah. But those two things are getting done. And she takes care of, I don't have any mice here. She takes care of that. So it's a working relationship.
No, that seems not. My dogs are super emotional. The baby's here now. They want attention. They want to, my one dog and my girlfriend, they have a very close relationship, okay? And he can definitely, he's having separation anxiety right now. He really, cats, nah, man, they don't really feel that as much, I don't think. I think they're just all right, you back now? All right, I'm good. I've been good. You good?
You know what? It depends on the cat. It's the same thing with personalities of dogs. It depends. Some cats are very, they want to be near someone too. It depends. Yeah. But you know what? One of these days, you can be doing delivery, right? And then a cat can come out of nowhere, like a little kitten.
I'm dropping that food. Leave it at the door. I don't care if it's hand a customer. That food's getting dropped. I'm taking a picture and
on the cat.
I'm out, dude. I'm just scared. Cats, man. I don't know, man.
You just feel like there's a juju, like an energy about them.
Yeah, yes. I feel like they're just gonna come at me. I'm good, man. Nah, man. I can't.
I hear you. We know
I could deliver food. There could be a Rottweiler on the other side of that door barking. I'm good. If there's a cat, even if with no sounds, I got to get out of it. I just can't. Can't do it.
It's the big eyes too, right?
It's my one weakness, man. I can't. I just cannot.
Well, first of all, you shouldn't be telling us your weaknesses.
It's okay. I can tell what. We're not superheroes here, man. I mean, I can tell you my weaknesses.
But it's time like we find where you live. You just put like 3-4 cats in your window into your apartment, and
I'll move the next week. I have a new place to live. I will be gone. I'll leave all the stuff here. I don't care. I'm good.
You are a trip.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
I forgot I was going to talk to you about this because you brought this up on one of your videos. I really want to talk to you about it. I know you're doing business moves. Vending machines. Yeah. Tell me about that because I'm very interested.
So I'm always thinking about I've been thinking about the next thing. This delivery business will eventually get started. But while we were in the hospital, I had those 17 days off, right? And I was, just thinking about things and life, and you learn things. And I ran into a guy I used to know. We started talking again. He's talking about a couple of vending machines he has. I was, that's interesting. Then I started doing a little bit of research on it. And the hospital that we was at had 5 vending machines. 5. None of them worked. They had product in some of them, but like either the credit card machine didn't work, or it didn't take cash, or you put your money in and the thing. And I was like, man, this is, they're really losing out on money here, right? And I thought, man, okay, there's a lot of places I deliver to that have old vending machines. I've talked to some people. Hey, does that vending machine work? Who owns it? Oh, I have no idea. We wish it worked, right? So I started thinking, how much does one of these vending machines cost to get? Found out what that was. Okay. I deliver to enough places. I have decent relationship with some people. I think I could probably get a used vending machine, get it serviced by a professional, make sure it works, get a credit card machine on there. It also takes cash, and I can get this planted at a few places. So I'm going to start with 2. I have the possibility of getting up to 4 that I could purchase. And I've done a little bit of time. I haven't done it yet, but I've figured out about how much effort as far as, getting product, stocking it, and then just, taking care of it. And I mean, it could be, if you pick a right location and you take care of it, it could be a good little income stream. I'm
very interested. So if you're interested in having a vending machine, like you own one, you can go into a place of business like a hospital, and what do you need permits for that? Do you need a license, or is
with hospitals and stuff, that's way harder to get in because those are contracted usually by the big company. The big companies are going to get them, okay? But in some of these, I'm going to start real small, man. So I'm talking, there's a few big kind of auto shops, and there's like a school here. There's a big factory. I can put it on, there's other places. There's a few vending machines that haven't been serviced for a while. I might take over that are out there in downtown, around like these bars and like restaurant district areas. Those are the ones I'm going to start. It's going to be very small. I'm not looking to make a lot of money on this, right? I want to start small to learn if it's even feasible to do. But I really think it is. And I could give forth a few hours here or there to make sure I do some shopping and stock them myself. And at some point, the way I want to scale this is somebody else will do that. I'll own the machines. I'll pay somebody an hourly wage to stock them for me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the end goal. And if I can make an extra $500 a month doing it, and it's just money sitting there, and I'm making it while I'm sleeping, yeah, it's an extra $500, right? And I think that's pretty realistic. It's just an extra check coming in every month. Or really, you have to go to the machine. You have to empty it out yourself. But it's just extra money. And it's something that in my market, I see that it could be a little bit of a need in certain areas. So, and there's even like apartment buildings that have them, and some of these apartment buildings aren't like real big ones, but like they're small apartment buildings. Maybe there's 40 apartments in there. You put a vending machine in there with some healthy snacks and stuff like that, you can generate some income rather easily. People grabbing a snack on the go before work or something like that, or they're on the way to the gym, right, after work, and they want to grab a quick power bar that's in that machine in their building. It's a convenience thing rather than having to go and to the 7-Eleven on the way or paying for an overpriced power bar at the gym. You can just grab it right in your building. So that's kind of my mindset started when I started seeing the issue we had at the hospital. And I thought, okay, I know some other people that do this. Let me get a little bit more information.
Yeah.
Because for me, I'm always trying to figure out, like, I basically am trying to get to 5 streams of revenue. Right now I have 3. The vending machine will be 4, and then the 5th one will eventually be the business. But when I have the business, that'll take away my revenue stream of DoorDash. So then I have to figure out what the next one is, because that's what I'm going to have to do to sustain kind of the life that I like to have and be able to provide for my family. Because I don't plan on ever going back to like a W-2 or managing a restaurant or anything like that.
Yeah,
So,
same here. But when you mentioned that, that kind of opened my eyes. I'm like, yeah, the vending machine sounds like a pretty cool idea. It's like you said, you start small. You may buy a machine or 2 and kind of just see how it goes. And I thought, like, that's brilliant, because I've been thinking of some ideas too, because you kind of get bored delivering food. You know what I mean? Like, you get bored, like same
and
thing.
I don't think what you have to always be thinking about stuff, and you got to weigh your options, and every move you make isn't going to be the best one, but you got to be willing to try, and it's a little bit of investment in money. Vending machine I wouldn't say they're cheap, but they're not really expensive to get. So there's a little bit of upfront cost, but it'll probably take me about 3 months to get my return back on my investment, which isn't that bad.
Not bad. Well, compared to some businesses, that's pretty
compared
decent.
to some.
Yeah.
3-4 months, and then at that point, then you got to buy stuff, and there's going to be times things you buy don't sell, and it goes stale. You have to throw it away. That's part of the cost, right? But each month, $500 additional income to work. At that point, maybe you're putting in an extra 4 to 6 hours a month in an hour of shopping, and then another 3 or 4 or 5 hours of filling the machine. I mean, and I don't consider work. If I got to spend another hour to empty the machine of the money, that's not work. That's collecting money. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So for me, it's like, okay, another stream of revenue making $40 or $50 an hour seems pretty good. And if it doesn't work, okay, you lose a couple $1,000s, right? But in the grand scheme of business, that's not a lot of money, right?
When you try, you try, man.
You try, and then you try something else, right? And,
definitely. Good night, Mr. Flex.
See you, Flex. Have a good night, brother.
I appreciate you coming through.
Now, I gotta get to that 20 streams of income like Tanner. Like I need to be, and I don't say that to be slighting him. Like, he's got a lot of side hustles, and I envy that. He's a younger guy than we are, I think. So I think that kind of hustle is admirable, and I want to really continue to like do that, because I value my time. And at some point, I will be to where I'll be sitting, not working, but making money. And then I can really do some passions I want to do. And at some point with the businesses I want to do, I should be able to do that. Okay. But you got to grind in the meantime to get to that point. And that's where I'm trying to get to. So,
there's a question out here. What else is everyone doing to make money outside of the courier apps? And, for me, I use the Rover, and now, YouTube has become one of them. And
absolutely. Yeah.
And it's, and I love making videos. I love, I would like to help make, edit videos for other people. And I'm looking for another, something else more product related or product based. I've been watching some videos on flipping some things. I've seen some stuff where, people are going, Walmart clearance racks, especially for like Legos. I love Lego toys. Like, me and my son, that's our one love. We always love playing with Legos, and that's a lot of money. Where you can go,
you go to Star Wars Lego set, it's $60-$80 sometimes.
Yeah,
crazy, $100.
Yeah, it's a YouTube. It's a lot of YouTube flippers. There's one that I've seen called Flipping Accountant. He's an accountant by day, but then he does the flipping stuff. He goes to Walmart, go to clearance racks, and just cleans up. He's like, I'm gonna buy all this crap, and then go and put it on eBay. Hike the price up, because Walmart is just they're just flush with cash. They're undercutting themselves by making the product so cheap that this dude is making some good money. So I'm thinking about that too, because I love the fact that just like you, I like to keep it moving. I want to move around. I like going to stores and checking out some stuff. So that's a cool idea. And
there are a lot of people doing flipping old furniture, buying sets of baseball cards. The hobby in baseball retail right now is coming back. I remember I used to collect baseball cards as a kid. That went away. There used to be baseball card shops in the 80s and 90s. They're gone. Now you got people going to Walmart and Target, buying all the cards and then reselling them. People flip shoes. people flip clothes on like Poshmark or whatever. Like, there's a lot of different things, and I think it's good to challenge. You know, we got to be able to challenge each other. Say, what's the next move? Like, what are you going to be doing? You know, like I got a lot of crazy ideas, but I know I can't do all of them. But I could try a couple and try a couple really good and try it out
on one at a time. You know,
absolutely, and try to see what kind of sticks. You know, I'm going to be selling shirts very soon. Was told myself if I hit 10K, I'm going to sell some Positive Vibes, Bet on You, Kobe shirts. I'm going to be selling some clown shirts. Like, there's going to be merchandise. And my girlfriend's very artsy and very, very talented with like designs and things like that. She's going to make the designs and logos, and I'm going to be giving away and then selling some and doing that kind of stuff. And that'll be another thing. Cause like you mentioned, YouTube, the YouTube money is a real thing. Like that is a real thing. You get paid every 21st of the month. It's like a paycheck. Yeah, and
Tanner showed his analytics. I was like, man, I gotta get my subs up.
I mean, it's a real thing, and that's something to be proud of and to work towards. And,
definitely.
And you know, it's a real thing. It's a whole nother paycheck. It's an additional. I look at it like an additional stream of income, because it is for me. At every 21st of the month, and I work hard for it. You do as well. We're doing videos all the time. We're doing lives. We're doing all kinds of stuff, right? I'm going to use a lot of that money to get this gig conference going. That's going to be a big thing we're going to do. That's going to be.
We forgot to talk about that. It's been 5 hours.
We'll do that another time. That's going to be a big thing that we do. Like, it's gonna, you know, these are things that I'm trying to build this brand, and it could be something that could be sustainable, and it's exciting, man. But yeah, the YouTube money is a real thing, and I'm very humbled to have that.
As Tanner says, it's freedom.
Yeah, for real.
Definitely potential.
It is for real.
Pedro, I'm keeping you up, man. It's been almost 3 hours.
It's an hour. You're more up than I am. It's like 1 o'clock there.
And it's funny. Every time I finish this, I have all this energy. Like, I gotta go to sleep. Like, I'm not tired at all.
I know. Yeah, you kind of get the rush of the high.
Just hanging out, talking to you, talking to all the, you know, awesome people that check out the channel. Basically, become friends of mine, man. It's an amazing thing.
Yeah.
So, what's your plans for tomorrow, man? Do you have a topic for tomorrow? Or you just jump in.
You know what? That's a good way to end this. I don't know. I always like it to be organic. I'm going to take the call-ins. Last week, I ran into the issue of about 4 calls that were like pranks, basically. So I'm not going to take any calls unless it has a number on there. I'm going to have to figure that out. But I think tomorrow's topic is going to be, I don't know yet. I don't know what it's going to be. I haven't thought about it yet, because there's always DoorDash news, but there hasn't been like one thing that's really jumped out at me that I feel like I need to like really discuss. Maybe we'll talk about Top Dasher tomorrow. Maybe we'll talk about that versus cherry picking, and maybe we can get a Top Dasher on the phone and get their perspective on why it's good for them. Maybe that's a good idea to do something like that. But we'll see. We're gonna do it. I'm always looking forward to Sundays, man. It'll be good.
Happen. Oh. All right, I guess we're gonna end this because I don't know, is my internet connection going down or something?
You started going a little circles there. Yeah.
Well, yeah, man.
Hey, man, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Awesome. Always as usual. Hopefully we'll talk again next week. Thank you guys for coming through the channel. It's been a fantastic time. This went fast to me. Like, I feel like I just sat down.
I know, right? It always is, man. You're a good guy, easy to talk to. Best interview on YouTube, man.
Appreciate it, brother. I'll be checking out your channel tomorrow at 10.
We do 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock Central.
So 9 p.m. Central, 10 o'clock your time, and I do the live call starting at 9:15.
Awesome. All right, so I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you guys for checking out the channel. Have a great night.
Deuces.
All right, man.